Hello, chat. Welcome again to episode 2 of Tag Me Out. Today, I am with the homeboy, Mobius Raven. Say what's up.
What's what's up?
And I'm also with another one of our regulars, Yaffy. Say what's up.
What's going on?
And today we got a special guest, um, Jay Valentine. Say what's up. Happy you're here.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and MBs alike? I got my Jay Valentine. Y'all just call me Johnny, though. I'm very glad to be here. Thank you, Sofontes, for putting this all together. Thank you for Mobius Raven for the invite in general. I'm excited to talk about some fighting games.
Happy to have you, man. So today we are going to be talking about forgotten fighting games and things that we just want to see come back. Games that we want to see come back that have been gone for a very long time. I say up to 10 years. Like, about 10 years or so is kind of like what we're doing.
So it has to be gone for 10 years?
Gone for 10 years, yeah. At least.
Hey, I didn't do the math.
Alright, I don't think you know what numbers are.
So out the gate, I'm swinging. I want Soul Calibur back. I want it back so bad, dude. Like, I don't play Soul Calibur, but I love watching that game. I don't know what it is about it. It's just the dudes with the big swords and the ladies with the big whips. I don't know. It's just fun to watch, and I miss it.
As somebody who watched Soul Calibur at Evo, I can also confirm that a lot of people like to watch that game and not really play it.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment.
I like playing
it's
it.
just the problem. Yeah.
It's not that I hate playing it. I do like playing it. I just could not play it competitively. Like, I would never enter a tournament for Soul Calibur, but I do love watching like high-level Soul Calibur. It's fun.
I think Soul Calibur is that.
It's got like almost the same feeling as high-level Virtua Fighter or Tekken. Like, it just because it's 3D a little bit, but I don't know. It's something about how it's just different, and neutral.
Yeah, I would say I think specifically when it comes to like 3D fighters and just like the grand scheme of things, like Soul Calibur definitely kind of just got hoed, but I like the general audience just because like Tekken is obviously just way bigger than VF and Soul Cal, but both of them like have like I think very similar game flows, but it's just so hard to get into like Soul Calibur. I think these days specifically because like it's a Giga Discord fighter. Bandai I highly doubt will actually still support that game. It still has a very dedicated scene, but like, there's gonna be a decent to like actually push it. It's like kind of like with VF. Like people have been playing VF for like years and years.
Yeah, but VF6 is coming.
I would say VF6 is coming out, but also like Revo like really put it on the map. Because high key, if it wasn't for Revo and like the amount of money like Sega is shoving into it to like put it on like pro circuits and things of that nature, I don't think VF6 was gonna be like popping like at all. Because at the end of the day,
Max
Tekken
do
is
that
right there.
revive stream that like got really popular. Like that, it revived the game a little bit.
Yeah, I'll say that's how these things usually kind of go. Big content creator plugs game that they like, people flock for a bit, but realistically, it's just like if they can maintain that player count to like a level that actually matters, it's like the thing. Because like at the end of the day, like we look at all these games like content creators, like talking about like, oh, let's play X game. This X game is actually really good, and people should play it. People play for a bit, and there's a couple of people that stay really dedicated to it, and actually play the game, keep on pushing it. But like realistically, just the momentum that like kind of like spurs from it, it's not consistent at all. There's no real way to like kind of like draw something from it and be like, yeah, this is a game that's going to exist after the little like shine it gets for like a month or two. I think like Soul Calibur definitely suffers from that because like Soul Calibur, I think especially like all of us, I feel like definitely played Soul Calibur like as a kid. That's like a game that you can like remember like pressing buttons with, which is like your friends or whatnot.
Dude, my
But in
favorite
terms of
thing
actually
was...
like pivot, yeah.
I was about to say, the
Especially
favorite
just, like-
thing that about Soul Calibur to me was the creative fighters to this day, bro. I love fucking around with that shit. No other
exactly,
fighting game has it.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'll
exactly,
never
like-
forget seeing Mr. Krabs fight whoever 2B in SoCal 6. That shit was so funny to me. I don't even remember who did it or what video or what stream it was on. I just remember seeing Mr. Krabs fight 2B, and that is so funny.
Like if we look at that, like Soul Calibur was like as a whole was like I think is definitely a lot more like geared towards like casual audiences in general. Because like obviously like we look at like Soul Calibur 6 and there are some mechanics in there that suck. Reversal edge God damn, that shit is awful.
Bro, you
Reversal
just said a
Edge.
mechanic that I don't even know existed. Like, what is that?
All
Like
right.
a rock paper scissors mode where you had like the
Yeah,
armor. Okay.
yeah, pretty much. You are playing like
Oh,
you are playing RPS.
oh God, it's like worse Danger Time.
It yeah, no, Reversal Edge sucked. Pretty much everyone I've talked to that has rocked Soul Calibur in like the past, or has like played Soul Calibur, does not like Reversal Edge. And like obviously, if we just want to talk about it straight up, like yeah, Soul Calibur definitely just is like a casual game. I don't think I've ever seen like any Soul Calibur at like any like major tournaments. Well, as of late, we've been seeing like pop up. There's like side brackets like Evo. There was a tournament at VSF EU Major, and that was like there. But like in general, I just don't think that game was particularly set up to have competitive success, which is why I think especially when like EWC is here, Tekken has hella money in it. VF is starting to get some money in it, so even VF is like starting to like get back up there. But in general, Soul Calibur I think is just doomed by the fact that the developers are probably not willing to pump in like the level of esports that like it takes to really maintain a game in this day and age.
It's also the downside to a lot of these games that don't exist anymore is because of the esport thing. A lot of these companies, like you said, are trying to like maximize their effort into whatever game is going to make them the most amount of profit. And sometimes, even if a game is good, they have to gut it, which is an unfortunate thing that happened to Tag during the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
But no, it is quite unfortunate that Soul Calibur doesn't get as much like recognition. It's definitely one of those games that everybody seems to like remember and talk about and like have nostalgic feeling for. But it's not a game that I've never really known much about the competitive scene or like anything revolving around that. It's kind of always been niche compared to Tekken, which has been much larger.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Soul Calibur one of the first fighters to do guest characters as well?
I think it definitely is like one of like the main co-contributors of it because
I
like,
think it's the
yeah, early
first one to
on,
popularize it.
yeah,
I'm
like
gonna
I
say
think
it's like one of the first.
Yeah, it was one of the first to have unique guest characters for each console. That is a unique trick that Soul Calibur had that other games didn't. Usually, when they have when they have a guest character, the guest character is going to be on everything. But there was a time period that like console exclusive guest characters were a thing. That was a really bad problem with Street Fighter X Tekken, a game that I kind of wish would come back.
yeah, no,
Kratos and MK9.
yeah, Kratos and MK9 that was something, but also like
But
Street
that
Fighter
char-
Cross Tekken was, god damn, it was bad. There was like, were there like 4 characters that were like PlayStation exclusive?
Yeah, it was the two cat characters, the weird Mega Man character, and Cole from Infamous.
I forgot
Dude, they
about
put
Cole.
Cole from Infamous and Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Dude, I'm gonna go buy
Oh,
it. I didn't even know that. What?
Pac-Man's in the game as well.
yeah.
I knew about Pac-Man and Mega Man.
Unfortunately, if you want to play on Steam, you just cannot get the game right now unless they
Well,
fix that.
There might be a way to get it. There's probably some solution. I know the community's been working hard and trying to find a way to like make that game relevant on Steam again.
Yeah, I think the problem is like right now because like
I think
it's
it's a lot of-
considered delisted. You can still play it if you have it, but I don't think you can play it online right now. And also, you're gonna have to like go on a key site and find a key site like for Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And at this point, those keys are probably mad expensive for like no reason.
Yeah, they're probably like $100, bro, or some shit like that.
That makes me so sad.
Actually, I'm curious. I could check real quick. Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
It's you probably end up better just buying the console version if you're gonna buy
God
it.
damn. Okay, I just found it. All right, I just found a key for it for $238.
Oh yeah.
Damn!
Ain't
Yeah,
no one
it's-
spending as much goddamn money on Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I'm sorry.
Nah, yeah. Street
Nobody
Fighter.
should.
So the problem what happened during that time period was it was something to do with like Windows for games, and it wasn't just Cross Tekken. There was other Capcom games that were affected by it as well, like Lost Planet 2, Dead Rising. I'm trying to think of other ones. Resident Evil 5 was a big one, but they fixed Resident Evil 5. They didn't do anything for Street Fighter X Tekken.
Yeah.
Oh, Operation Raccoon City, that was another one.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, it was a insane video game. Just looking like back on it, Like I don't know. I think it definitely was super sick because it was just like at tournaments it was actually like 2v2, and I think that was such a like sick thing to like do. Like because
That's something I'm looking forward to in 2XKO is like actually seeing two people in like a 2D fighting game. Like we haven't really seen that, so
also
I'm
yeah,
really excited.
yeah. There's old Evo VODs of like specifically like Street Fighter Cross Tekken where like you can see like play like side by side, and like as someone that like so like my history when it came to like fighting games was like I've been like going to tournaments for like a minute. Like I turned 20 like a month ago. I've been going to tournaments since I was 11, and I started off with melee actually. So like playing doubles and doing like the side by side was like always so much fun. I think like I never won a melee bracket, but I did win like a doubles bracket at one point. It's I think it was just in general, just like it's a very cool like concept. Or it's like just having like the side by side. But if we really want to talk about 2SKO, I I may get killed specifically for this, but I'm not like excited for that game at all. Like,
That's okay.
That's
Me
okay.
neither.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I
Everyone's
think
allowed to be excited or not excited for whatever game they are for, because at the end of the day, these people, like the companies, are making these games trying to be for everybody, and then sometimes it's for nobody as well. And that's a big concern of 2XKO right now, is that it's kind of geared towards every fighting game player and not the specific kind of tag game that they were trying to make.
honestly,
But I've heard the Evo patch is the best patch by far, so there's still hope.
yeah, honestly, that game is still like we still technically don't have like a launch date. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but we have like a closed beta like
With how
that's
Riot
like
does
gonna
it,
happen.
basically this closed beta is the launch date. It's just it is what it is, bro. Because they're keeping it on. It's like early access. Just think about it like that. When games say they're on early access on Steam, when you buy it and you get to play it.
Yeah.
That's literally what they're
Yeah,
doing. It's just not with all
Except you
consoles
don't
yet,
have to
which
buy it.
really sucks.
but what I will say, I think 2XKO has the like possibility to be really good, purely just because of like the people that are like on like some of the dev teams like know what they're doing. Like Yohosi is like I think one of the main like game designers for it. They're a Gotenks player, so this game could just be fucking awful. But I think like Marlon Pie is also on there. Beneath is on there. Apology Man. There's some other people.
I know
But
two of the staff members on, or two of the developers on 2XKO place top 8 at Evo. I think one of them won it this year for Marvel
Yeah, I
2.
think-
So let's just put it like that.
Yeah,
They
no, I
definitely-
mean they know
They
their
know what
tag
they're
games.
doing.
Yeah,
Well,
they know what makes a tag game fun, is what you should say. They're still trying to learn all the development things, because that's different. Developing and playing is completely different.
the concern I have with this game is I do believe that they know what they're doing as far as making it a tag game and making it a good tag game. Will it be a fun game, though? That's what I'm worried about. Am I actually going to enjoy getting on and playing this game competitively?
Also, it is a Riot game, so it could just be awful.
And I have no idea what they're going to do as far as tournament scenes go. They may, like, just ban people straight up from having locals of this game, where you can only go to, like, Riot, like,
Oh god.
illegal events. I don't know.
I hope.
I don't think
I don't
that'll
think
be
they're
the
gonna do
case,
that.
like,
'Cause-
yeah, I think I'm just more or less curious about like from like a TO side because like when you look at it, it's like setups are already a pain in the ass for like XYZ thing, but like figuring out what the tournament standard is gonna be for that game is gonna be so weird because like if tournament standard ends up being a PCs, like the amount of decentralization that's gonna come from like setups that exist for like 2XKO is gonna be nuts. So hopefully it is console, so it's not a complete pain in the ass. But even then, who knows? This could just flop in terms of like a local scene. Just have like a really big online scene, just like kind of like just like I'm trying to think of fighting game. This is like the first time like a fighting game could die locally, but literally just live exclusively online and actually like be prosperous.
I mean, there's multiverses, so multiverses like got destroyed offline because Warner Brothers didn't know what they were doing.
Oh,
That game-
It's because
That
it
game
took, like,
literally
an
they set
hour
themselves up
set
to
a
fail.
lobby.
That's the saddest
Like-
part.
Yeah, I think Riot, I think, kind of has an understanding of how to actually manage these things. Because like we could like Riot is slop as fuck, but like they have like literally consistently not made any game that has failed ever. Like League of Legends
Valorant
is still
is
fucking
still
massive.
so strong.
Yeah, Valorant is huge. We want to talk about like Legend of Runeterra or like the card game. I don't know if anyone plays that shit, but it doesn't really matter. Like,
I played it. It's
But,
fun.
like,
It's
I'll
it's
say
Alright,
yeah,
let's
so,
get
like,
a little bit back on topic with because we're diverting so hard. We're going back into tag games, and we're going back into modern tag games.
I don't know. There could probably be like a whole 3-hour conversation with me when it comes to that shit, but I'm down to be somewhat diverted in that. If we want to like go back on topic, I can drop specifically an archetype game that I want back. And I can kind of get some like backstory into reasoning behind that if anyone is curious.
I'm very curious. Please share.
Okay, so I play shit games very
True.
consistently. To the point where I literally I play slop almost exclusively.
okay.
Define slop.
Okay,
What counts as slop?
all right. So what do you know about Fate Unlimited codes?
What'd you say?
What do you know about Fate Unlimited codes?
I don't know about anything about that game.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what do you know about Naruto, Gekitao, Ninja Tyson 4?
I know
it
Naruto. I've
exists.
seen it.
You don't have to say the whole goddamn name, Johnny. Like,
Alright.
you don't have- like, come on, man.
Shut up, Robert. Anyway, all right. Anyway, so I love eating games specifically. So like Marvel 3 is like one of my favorite games of all time. Fate Unlimited Code is one of my favorite fighting games of all time. Naruto GNC4. That's quite like the Clash of Ninja series, but there's one that was not released in America. It was only released in Japan, and that kind of has like a scene because like, they basically gave it the PM treatment. But the one thing I've kind of noticed from me playing those games and like having some level of tournament success, like I won Taku for Fate Unlimited Codes in 2024. And like just like seeing some like level of just like being okay in those games is there's like a whole archetype of game that like kind of just doesn't exist anymore. And aiding was like really big into making specifically. Is 2.5D games, not hard 3D games, but 2.5D. So like it basically
Like JoJo's?
the game basically functions on a 2D plane.
Like Pokken.
Oh
Okay,
no,
okay.
not like that. No, ASBR. Yeah, no, I also played that game.
Yeah, like All-Star Battle Royale, or what is it called? All-Star
Yeah,
Battle?
so, like,
R?
Yeah,
Is it-
2.5D games I think are like very dying breed or kind of relegated to being considered like anime fighters. Because like we look at all these games that like exist, and like they're very fundamentally easy to like pick out. Because like we look at like a 3D game, and people are really like scared by it. Because like oh my god, I had to like sidestep and like deal with this
Dude,
shit.
that's me.
and,
I
like,
just want to
hit
do my
buttons.
quarter circles. I don't want to deal with 3D dimension. Fuck that.
Exactly. So like the whole thing is like the 3D dimensions matter in the 2.5D games. Like you have to care about like wall. You like in a lot of games, specifically like the Clash of Ninja games, you have to step strings in specific ways, but it's just you do it with like a trigger move. You just do like a trigger press, and to get the step. Some games is literally just used to reposition, or like if someone shoots a projectile, you can like step into the background or the foreground to evade it. But those games still very much function like you're playing like just like a regular 2D fighter, and like they all fundamentally work like that. And it creates a really interesting gameplay loop of like generally yes you are just playing like a 2D game, but also adds like the extra little element of like having somewhat of a 3D dimension without making it a full 3D game. And they tend to be more simpler on movement, so you don't have to like specifically tackle like practice the movement tech of that game. Like Tekken, you need to know how to like KBD, like you need to know how to know like fuzzy step, things like that. VF, you need to learn how to actually do the movement in that game because it's fundamentally very different from a lot of other 3D fighters. So it's like 2.5D games kind of just been relegated to not existing like that.
Well, you do have a VF game coming out. Maybe that's going to be 2.5D.
I don't think it won't.
Dude, there's
VF,
no way.
I was like, yeah, Virtua
No.
Fighter has been 3D. Like it was like one of like the pioneers of like 3D fighting games.
I think it was
in
the first
general.
one, wasn't it?
I'm not entirely sure, but I would not be surprised. So like, but if we really want to look at it like that, like
Well, when you were describing 2.5D, I was having a little bit of a hard time. Like, so correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so you're talking about like Naruto. So in other words, you're not talking about something like Kill la Kill If. You're talking about more like JoJo, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like ASBR, things like that.
Okay.
What about Injustice?
Yeah, so like Kill la Kill, so like specifically just like these games, I think they're kind of lost because like ASBR was probably like the most recent one that came out in times, but that game giga failed by the fact that it didn't drop from rollback, and that game is fucking nuts to play. The game is literally different depending, like the balance of the game is literally different depending on if you're playing on console or you're playing on PC. The netcode, even on both those, are really bad. You have to play through Parsec. So people that are not willing to play on Parsec for games will not play that game in any meaningful manner. It's also just like weird and fucky. It like feels really clunky picking up initially. Also, I think that's like one thing I also mentioned with these 2.5D games is that initially they are clunky because the movement is like you have to like keeping track of like the 3D movement aspect, but also you are just playing like a 2D game at the exact same time. So it kind of creates like a weird learning curve, but like it's also really easy to pick up at the same time. It's hard to describe because like you have to really like dig your teeth into the games to really like feel that specifically. But I think those games are like frankly fantastic, and they should get their flowers. The problem is now is that I think these games are definitely a product of their time where like they're deranged and fucked up as shit. So like you're kind of just like trying to like create a game that could like feel the same way and give like the same experience playing the other 2.5D games would probably be really hard, especially in an age when you're playing fighting games. Your whole goal is to get them into a circuit. It's like even Invincible Versus, they're probably gonna try to shove hella money into that so it can like be somewhat esports. Like
I also think that you can't make a 2.5D without some sort of licensing. Like making it a completely original 2.5D game, nobody is gonna play it. They're gonna think it's some sort of like arena fighter.
Yeah, that's probably
that's
true.
like
That is true.
yeah, like I remember I used to tell people I was like, yo, I'll play Naruto. And they're like, oh,
the
like the
Naruto
Ninja
game
Store
like that,
games?
like a recent, like dude, that would be sick. I can't lie. I would
I
play
was
the
like,
shit out of it.
you tell everybody that I'm basically I'm playing Clash of Ninja, like, and they lose their shit because like, yo, I played that game as a kid. That game's gas, right? Everyone's like, and like everyone has fun, but like, the problem is there's that like thing where it's like, all right, I play this game, or when you hear yo, I play Naruto, they're gonna think of like Ninja Storm, and like they're like, oh, the fucking garbage arena fighter slop. Like, what are you doing? Why do you play that game?
Hold on, Storm is like
It's
the
like-
best arena fighter, bro. You can't hate on Storm. Storm is sick.
Nah, there's better arena fighters.
If we
It
really
looks
wanna-
pretty though.
If we really want to talk about amongst people that actually like generally play fighting games like that, they hear like the essence of an arena fighter in the air, and they're immediately just gonna say, "Fuck no!" Like, why? Why would I ever do this? It's so dumb. Like,
Dude, the only reason why
I
I think
just
people
don't
think
want
arena
arena
fighters are bad
fighting.
now is because of Jump Force, but that's a different discussion for a different day.
I actually thought Jump Force was kind of fun, to be honest, in like a weird,
Me
stupid
too.
sort of way.
I thought Jump Force was just like you kind of just you mash buttons and you have fun and you see shit happen.
But that's the thing is that's how they build these arena fighters. That's why they like competitive fighting game players don't take them seriously. So like an example would be like Kill la Kill If is a really good arena fighter. Like it's very well balanced. It can be played as a competitive game. But most people won't play it because they see arena fighter and they think like I don't know, like Naruto or like whatever shonen crap is coming out this year.
They think
I don't keep up with anime. I apologize. Yeah, Demon Slayer one. That's a good example. Or what is it? The Jujutsu Kaisen one. I remember people talking so much shit about that.
That one
Alright,
was
that
like
game
bad.
actually
Birth of
bad.
Souls.
yeah,
That one
game is
generally just looked
actually
like a
bad.
bad game.
Oh, One Punch Man. That's another bad one.
Yeah, One Punch
But
Man.
did you know they made a sequel to the JJK game? It's coming out soon, actually.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're lying.
Yeah, but it goes to show, right? It shows that people will buy those games.
Actually, yeah, no, I can pull it up right now. I'll go on Steam real quick. Jujutsu Kaisen Curse. There's like another JJK Curse Clash game. I swear to God, it's either it's some fucking dumb shit. No, it's Demon Slayer. Yeah, they're making another Demon Slayer Arena Fire.
Yeah, a lot of people like Demon Slayer. It's a popular RP.
Yeah, but they're making a second one.
They'll probably make a third one. People will buy it. It's like football games. It's like,
That's true.
Obviously,
it's
That is true.
it doesn't have to be a good game. You just gotta slap the protagonist on the title.
dude, who the fuck cares about Demon Slayer these days?
I think that was a big problem with Net Impact. They advertised it too much as a fighting game. They should have like went all out with like the Hunter x Hunter like promoting it and like Hunter x Hunter like merch and gone out and like I don't know. They were just it's so random. Why Hunter x Hunter?
I don't know, because it's gas. I don't know. The thing is,
Don't misunderstand me. I think it's a great like anime, but why that one? Why not like something that's like popular right now?
yeah,
Like One Piece.
if not gonna lie, if 80 made a One Piece game, they're actually going to like ruin so many One Piece fans' lives, just like immediately. Because they're gonna be like, wow, this game looks really sick, and they're gonna play it. It's like, wow, this fucking sucks. And it's like, yeah, it's an 80 game. I don't know how to tell you this.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
There will never be an aiding One Piece game. Bandai Namco will never let that happen.
Oh yeah, nah, but I'm not gonna lie. The day like there's a One Piece fighter made is actually gonna like shake like the cores of like the earth. I'm like looking at it, and it's like Hunter x Hunter does feel really weird. Because like, if we really want to look at like the heyday of like that show was like when it was like the anime was still being produced, so pretty much like start of it to like the end of Chimera at, and that's what pretty much people know, which is why the whole roster literally is just like anime characters.
Well, yeah, that's how I caught up with it. I watched the entire anime. God help me, I went through the entire Chimera arc in 2 weeks.
Dude, I'm sorry.
I did that in like 3 days.
Dude, I'm sorry. Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't have a job. I can sit in my fucking living room. I was like, well, like, no,
at least
it's
he's honest,
actually kind of
bro.
crazy because, like, yeah, like Hunter x Hunter had no momentum into them making like a game. Because like Togashi's fucked up spine is so curved, he can only
Dude,
draw
the
like
biggest
one
Hunter x
page to
Hunter
continue
fan I
hiatus.
know still didn't buy that game.
I was like, my boy Caleb, he was actually, me and him, we were like on suicide watch when we found out that game was getting delayed. Like, we waited this just for the netcode to still be shit when it dropped.
Man, I rushed through that anime because of that, and then they delayed it. I'm like, fuck, I could have took my
No, I
time.
did the exact same thing. Then I lost all my hype for the game. Then I found out it's $50 fucking dollars. I'm not spending $50 for this. Like,
Yeah.
bad
I thought it was more. I
netcode.
thought it was 60.
No special inputs. Like,
No, it's
come on.
60, not 50.
It is 60.
Wait, it's 60. All right, hell, no, I'm not buying this fucking game. Even when I get my college fast money, I'm still ain't buying that shit.
I knew that was gonna happen too. I'm like, there's no way that they got the Hunter x Hunter license and they're not gonna charge $60. Like, even if it is like, I don't know. The game feels very outdated. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know that they were trying to go for that Tatsunoko look, and like they nailed it. But there's so many things about the game. Like, why are there so many buttons?
Oh,
Dude.
that's one thing I really dislike about that game specifically, is that they were like, I don't know, I hate this modern age shit of like, alright, we need 8 buttons that you need to press at all times. It's like, that's probably really chill if you play pad. But like, I play on hitbox, so I'm not trying to use my pinky finger to press the shit on the side of like my buttons that actually require.
Dude, I don't even use those buttons anymore. I play Leverless too, and I don't use the right 2 buttons. I only use the 6. Like, I just stopped the binding shit in there.
No, I'm gonna say like depending on the game, like I usually have that set of like things that I want to have, but like very rarely. Like when I play Gear specifically, I have one set to like RC, I have one set to FD. For very
I think that's
specific
what
things.
mine. I think that's what mine are too.
Yeah, because like if I want to do like if I want to do like drift RC, then like I literally just plink like my dash and my Roman cancel button, and I just get it. And then for like FD, it's literally just like if I'm trying to like IBFD something specifically, I'll just like hold down the FD button. Or if I'm trying to like flicker FD so I don't like accidentally press anything on accident. But like this new modern age shit of like, alright, we're just not gonna do special inputs anymore. It's like, okay, how do you make this not feel like shit? And they've never found a way especially considering all these like tag games are like, you know what?
The
Alright,
only
so-
game I've ever liked one-button specials was Alpha Lab 2XKO. That's the only time where I felt like, oh, this actually kind of feels like a special button instead of a different normal. But even then, like I want my quarter circles, man.
Yeah, I was saying, and then the Impact honestly doesn't feel that bad, specifically for that reason, but still feels bad. To be completely honest.
I think the best game to actually ever do it, kind of like a special button, if we want to talk about that, is honestly Injustice with trait. The trait button.
True, dude. Trait is good. Trait is
Yeah, I
actually
think
good.
Trey makes sense. I think Trey is just like, I don't know, like it's a pseudo special button, but like
That's what I mean. It's not really a
It is
special
like a
button, but
install.
it is at the same time.
But Hellboy gets armor. How the fuck is it not a special button?
I don't know. The way I look at it is that like Injustice, like Trey is literally just like a Blaze Blue character's drive button, but that just makes sense.
Sub-Zero
It's a
uses his
four-button
ice
game.
clone. That's a literal special move.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. Do you consider like Blaze Blue like drive moves special moves, or do you like?
I don't play Blaze Blue, brother.
They're I would consider them they're okay. So the way that I like there's probably a more politically correct term. No, that's not the word I want to use.
Yeah,
That's
what
gonna
the
get me in hot
fuck?
water.
You're not a politician.
That's not the word. I was looking up like there's like a more intelligent way of like describing this like through dust loop and shit, but like I just see them as like gimmicks. Like every character has a special built-in gimmick that is unique to that character, and that's what that drive
That's
is.
that's actually really good way of putting it.
I don't-
It's a special gimmick.
Like that's literally what it is. It's just
Manta
a
has
unique
jetpack,
gimmick that
Cheetah gets
is,
more damage.
and it's really not complicated. Like it's just like these three moves are your normal moves, and then this move does something unique for your character. And they kind of did the same thing in Tag, where they like built in those mechanics to the characters, but they kept that simplification of like, here are the two buttons that you're going to be pressing to do like actual moves, and this is the button that you press to do only this or this. It's kind of similar to Dust. And I like games like that. I feel like you don't really need to complicate the game too much, but I want to have some sort of depth when I'm doing shit.
Yeah, I
I mean-
think Blaze Blue picks up like that simplification by that game being hard as shit for no reason. That's someone who's been playing that game like a bunch recently. Like Blaze Blue is legit like hard. People
Yeah.
talk about wanting like games that don't feel like baby shit anymore. Play Blaze Blue. That game will humble the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
No.
it really will.
It's
That,
Blaze
that,
Blue.
that game will.
No.
I think that game has a bad rep, but I think Blaze Blue, like, if people talk about wanting fucked up fighting games and things like that, play Blaze Blue. That game will, like, teach you that there's far worse things you can play against.
And in a good way too, because a lot of those characters are like very balanced around those like fucked up things. But that's just how Mori patched shit.
Yeah, Mori is a madman, and, like, decided to create characters like Izanami, Rachel, Carl Clover, like,
I think the most ridiculous thing I've ever had to play against in a fighting game is Kakyoin from fucking Heritage to the Future, and I didn't know
Reach.
how his meds worked. I had no idea, and I was fighting Sal, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, you could just hold these up forever." And I was like, "What? Like you could just cover 90% of the screen at all times?"
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, yeah, you can just do that. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, there's a reason why
what am I
Kakyoin now.
realistically, what am I supposed to do? He's like, nothing. You can't do
Yeah.
anything. This
Yeah, I don't
character's that good. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, this is the most fucked up thing I think I've ever seen from any character in any fighting game, dude.
Yeah, Kaka's
And
like,
like
a
actually
giga
like
monster.
playing it just like really emphasized it. I was like, oh my god, dude, people had to play against this. This is I felt bad for them. I'm like,
You know
I'm just
what?
casually enjoying the game.
The worst part is he's
Things
not
like
even the most
that.
fucked up character. Pet Shop
I was
was.
like, there's two main characters in that game. Yeah, like,
Well, yeah, everyone talks about Pet Shop, but I wanted to bring up Kakyoin because, like, I have that personal experience. Pet Shop actually requires some, like, execution. Like, you need to know the character a little bit. Kakyoin, you just throw up the fucking net and you win.
That's not even true. Kakyoin actually takes a good amount of execution. The problem is he's such a neutral monster that, like, at a certain point you kind of don't see it. Like, if we want to talk about easy bake ass characters in that game, you have Vanilla Ice right there. That character just plays
Oh,
the
I
game
haven't-
for you.
I haven't played
Dude,
against
honestly,
a good
I
Vanilla
wouldn't mind
Ice.
seeing
I've
like a
only
Heritage
played
to the
against
Future,
people that have, like,
Capcom
mashed
making
buttons.
another JoJo's game.
Heritage for the Future came back. That'd be so fucking sick, dude.
I just, whenever it comes to anything anime related, I just assume that Bandai Namco always gets first dibs. Like, if there's ever going to be any anime fighting game related anything, Bandai Namco's probably already got rights to it.
Well, you know what's kind
You're
of
not-
like an anime game that's made by Capcom and we haven't seen in over 10 years? Darkstalkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easily. Dude, I want fucking Darkstalkers back so bad. And then they can leave out Morgan just because I don't like Morgan.
Dude, what are you talking about? Leave out Morgan.
Just leave her out. She can skip one game. She's been in too many Marvels.
Morgan's always been the poster child when it came to, like, I don't know. There was a point that Morgan was like their poster child, and then Chun-Li
Isn't she
became the poster child.
protagonist of Darkstalkers 3?
She's the protagonist of all the Darkstalkers, if I remember correctly.
Dude, it's literally like having fucking
I thought
Street Fighter
Darkstalkers
without
changed
Ryu.
protagonist every game.
You can't have Street Fighter without Ryu, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you could.
No, you're gonna.
If they didn't put Ryu in Street Fighter 6, do you think people would have like not played the game?
I
That's
think,
not
yeah,
how
yeah.
that's not how that
I
works.
think so, yeah.
Oh no, hell no. That game has too much money in it. Nah, well, I mean in the sense that you can make a game without Ryu in it, and people will still probably play it, but like people also think it's fucking weird.
That is
Like,
true.
that goes against the inherent flavor.
People will be
of the
like, oh,
game.
this isn't Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Street Fighter has
So
never
if
really
Morgan's
been
not in
scared to, like-
Darkstalkers, they're gonna be like, oh, this isn't like a real Darkstalkers.
Truthfully, I wouldn't
People were
consider it
pissed
real.
that
That's like a
Guile
Sonic
wasn't
game,
in-
like without Sonic.
People
Yeah,
were
that's like a
pissed
Street
that
Fighter game
Guile
about
wasn't
Ryu.
in
What
the
we're saying.
But yes,
starting
I
roster
get
of
what I'm
Street Fighter
asking
5.
for. What I'm saying is ridiculous, but I have so much hate against that character, not players, the character, like literally just Morgan. I hate that fucking character so goddamn much.
It depends on what game you're playing.
Honestly, Morgan's like not even like good in like.
She's stupid.
Dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care if she's good or bad. I hate her.
I respect the biasness.
Why pick
I know.
Morgan when Lilith is right there?
Morgan's cool.
You know what? I'm gonna say my bias. I never want Makoto to come back to a Street Fighter game again, ever.
Damn!
Oh no, that's just like real. People ask for that character back, but don't realize what she has done.
Nah, everybody that's asking for that character never played Third Strike.
Oh yeah.
I'll be honest.
Or they're Makoto players.
Have you ever
from
tried to
Third
check a full screen dash before? It's not fun.
It's Drive Rush. What do you mean?
I was like, shit. At least it costs like a resource. She just has it whenever she wants to. And then
Dude,
it
I'm
was
happy
just-
Viper's back, to be real.
I'm so happy. That was like my number one wanted character.
Viper
I'm not
has
gonna.
it.
I'll be honest. It's definitely one of those characters that like I really wanted in the game because I'm curious how they would like change her up, but I wasn't gonna play her. Sagat was a character that I'm heavily considering playing.
Sagat's fun.
Sagat's fun. Sagat is so much fun in that goddamn game, dude. And I hate Soders.
The main character they could put in the game that would like 100% get me into it is Laura. Laura or probably Abel. Those two
This is the
characters.
second person ever that I've ever met that said they want Laura in the game. Everyone
Yeah.
else has been said, fuck that, no, I don't want Laura.
Yeah, because I
want
main
Laura.
Laura.
I want Laura. What do you mean?
Yeah, Sal, you're the first person.
That was my main
said
in
this
Street
marks
Fighter
the
5.
second.
That character was actually fun in that game.
Only Laura players want Laura back. That's like the thing.
Well, boo-hoo, we got Jury again.
I don't even get
That
why
is
people
true.
hate her that much, bro.
Jury?
No,
Yeah.
It's
Laura.
because she's a grappler. It's because she's a grappler with a projectile. Let's be real.
I'm gonna be honest with you,
Yeah.
that feet thing got old quick. That's what bothered me about Jury. Can't stand that fucking character.
I was talking about Laura. People hate
Oh,
on
I don't know about Laura.
Literally,
They hate Laura because I don't.
They hate on Laura because she's a grappler with a fireball.
They just don't know how to.
They hate on her because she was fucking broken.
Dude,
Here,
no,
Soda.
they just don't know how to back
Yeah,
that.
she was really. She's definitely a character for like, oh, I don't really want to play this game like often, so let me just like go into lab for like a 30 seconds.
I think it was season 2 that Lara was dumb as fuck. Yeah, like everybody hated my character. Everybody. It wasn't even about what she was. It was about what she did.
Yeah, season 2 also had Abigail, which was
Because like,
obnoxious.
realistically,
Oh, and
Lara,
Bardock.
yeah, I don't know. If Lara was like shit, I would probably people would want her back.
I said
But,
Bardock,
like,
I meant Balrog.
I was like, to be fair, they're both kind of the same thing. Because Bardock is a sick ass character, but then you realize that character ruined the game for like basically up until like mid season 3.
Level 3 Oki ruined the game. Wasn't necessarily Bardock's fault.
I was like, yeah, they got rid of the
Bardock
3
just
Ogi,
started it.
but they let some people keep it for some reason. Why does Android 18 get that shit? But you know, it's all good.
Android 21
Regardless,
should still
though.
have hers.
Dude, I'm just hearing more and more reasons to pick up 18 now.
I was like, 18 is like really good. I don't know. I don't think 18 has ever been bad. She's kind of gotten perpetually better, and it's like as characters get like knocked down pegs, she isn't really getting like giga shot like that. It's like I don't know. We look at it as like fusions brought out back, done. Like
What?
Yeah, no, fusions suck now. Well, they don't
What?
suck, but
No, they're okay.
alright. They literally cut their meter gate in half.
Gogeta Red's a lot better.
It's not fusion meta, but they're definitely still good, dude. They're not gutted.
Well, that's the thing about this version of Dragon Ball. I think like every character is like fundamentally good. Like it's Rainbow Edition,
That's
basically.
That's what we were gonna say. We were playing Rainbow
true.
Edition.
They literally said on the final patch, "Fuck it, give everybody everything."
And now it's just kind of like a little too much. Like
Dude,
I'm
that's
just
what I
like,
kind of like about it, though. It's like it makes it so much fun when you're.
yeah, but not when you have money on the line.
Somebody, oh my god, it's fun. When you're trying to play defense, fuck that game.
Yeah, I think the thing about that game is like, routing is cool, combos feel good to do, but like the thing is, defense in that game is like, there's nothing really happening on the screen until like you're blocking a legit unseeable 50-50. Otherwise, you're
Wait,
kind of
wait.
it's kind of like reaction bait.
Is it VSAV where when you're trying to do push block, you kind of like mash the attack buttons and hold back?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Is that how you do it?
No, specifically for push block. So the way it works, it's really fucky. But either way, so pretty much, you have to like piano like all the buttons on your stick. But specifically, you have to end them in. I think you have to end them in like heavy or heavy attack, because the push block is actually random. I forget how many buttons you need to get like a guaranteed push block.
I think it's
but
4 or 8. It's one or the other.
It's like four or five, but in a certain amount of frames. But you have to like press all those buttons, and it's RNG. But there's a chance if you do it correctly, you always get the push block. And then from there, there's also how much the push block actually pushes you back, which is a fucking insane mechanic that they made.
Okay, yeah, that second mechanic can stay out of games now, but that first one should definitely come back.
Oh,
fucking
hell
mashing on block to get push block is fucking genius. I love that shit.
I think the problem is
hated that mechanic.
Yeah, I hate the problem is of it is that if we want to look at it, like this shit is really taxing on your hands. It feels like shit to do.
It would be a fun mechanic if Vanish was not a thing.
Oh, I'm not talking about just like in fighters, but like in genuinely in fighting games in general. Like I'm so sick of it just being push block a button or just like defensive things always being one button instead of being attack. Like I love when defensive options are an actual tech that you have to learn and do.
Well, you're not gonna find that in most fighting games.
Yeah, I honestly I don't know if it's me, but like
Third
I'm
strike
okay
parry.
with like defense being centralized. That when there's like the defense is actually feels strong to do, it just like isn't like nonsense. Because like the problem is like I like games of high execution. I like games of like to like barrier entries is hella execution checks. Like we look at like a lot of games where it's like oh like that just have hella things you need to get into the barrier entry like actually playing the game. And then like the executions are kind of like whatever. Like that's what I don't like about VSAV is that like that game is. Well, I think the game is like kind of already iffy. I'm not a big fan of it, but like that game is just so hard to get into because like all right, you know, push block in the game feels miserable to do. Like
Execution in that game is really hard.
Yeah, execution in that game is really hard. Like, there's a bunch of like system quirks that make it hard.
There's just they were very experimental with like motion inputs and shit, so there's like unnecessary like difficulty with some of it.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Like that game is like very experimental for its time. Like it's good for a reason. Like I think that game is like very good, like on like, a concept level. But playing that game, absolutely not. I can't do it. I've tried.
That's why we need a new one.
I think honestly, and I hate to admit this, but maybe they should start to stratify Darkstalkers, like make it a little bit more simplified.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I know that's gonna like bother a lot of veterans, but you know that's just
It would get more people into it.
these things that we like. So the Marvel 3 era, Street Fighter 4, all that like what was that year? It was like 07, 08, like somewhere around that. Like
09.
09.
09 was 4, Vanilla was 11.
Yeah, so like that time period, I think that's when like fighting games were trying to like find a middle ground. Yeah. So that time period, there was like they were trying to find a middle ground between what is competitive and what is casual, and in some ways they nailed it. Like I still think there's a lot of things that aged about Street Fighter 4 like badly, but the game that came out like and being one of the first like 3D fighters for Capcom, I think they did a pretty good job with the
Street
resources
Fighter
that
4
they
is
had.
beloved for a reason, bro. It's just a
more
good
than
game.
Street Fighter 6. And they're just
I will-
casual Street Fighter players. These are not people that are doing drive rush combos. These are people that can barely do a Shoryuken.
Yeah, they have dynamic mode for a reason.
No,
But
they're saying they like Street Fighter 4 more than they like 6.
Yeah, well, you also have to like look at it from like casual perspective. There's more like characters on the screen that you can pick. It's like
I think
And
I
it's
saw the full roster.
there's a bunch of other things too that are really fun about Street Fighter 4, but like it's also describing the things about these games to like a casual audience is very difficult, because if you really want to play Street Fighter, like 4 in particular, you got to know about FADC, and explaining that to somebody like my dad would be very difficult. And that's why it's kind of hard for these games to like sell to a casual audience. They do need to simplify them. I think Darkstalkers is a great IP to do something like that, to really get that like audience that 2XKO has been trying so hard to like get.
Well, it's because, dude, they have so many unique characters. Like, I think of someone like Sasquatch, or is it John Taldane?
The werewolf.
Salbane, whatever.
Yeah.
The werewolf. Yeah, the werewolf.
Yeah.
And it's like, we haven't seen that in such a long time. And then 2XKO's coming out with League of Legends characters, and we've only seen human. And it's like, come on, dude, where is someone like Cho'Gath? Or, like, I'm not asking for like Teemo.
Function?
Or
Like,
even
you guys can do these guys that have 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head, but are just a little bit more fucked up. Like,
I just want to play a Capcom game that I can block in the air.
think about it like this. Also, like we were talking about forgotten fighting game characters. So getting back on topic, I feel like the short characters like are going away really fast. Like the short
God.
goofy characters, like
GT was the bottom line. That was.
You know how annoying it was to practice a combo just to find out it literally only didn't work on GT? Like,
Cyberman for that.
I think Neko Arc is the last like small character I saw in like a fighting game.
yeah, but even that was like a joke character function. That character is like shit. So like the thing is that no one plays him either. It's like,
Dude, that's kind of why I want Teemo and 2X.
That's what I mean,
And
like,
2XKO
so we-
is just so we have a short character rep, or just someone like, and he would be a zoner. I hate zoners. I'm probably like the number one fan, like number one hater. D1.
Don't worry, bro. There's not going to be much
I
zoning
actually
in fighting
disagree
games
when
in
it
the
comes
future.
to Teemo.
2XKO actually has zoning.
No, but like we need zoners in fighting games. I hate zoners, but we need them in the game. They should never, ever be a fighting game with absolutely zero zoners. Even Fighters has one. It's fucking Frieza. He's shit. He's dog shit at zoning, but he is a zoner.
Z-Broly's a pretty good zoner.
I was like, Z-Broly is
Oh,
like
I
probably the
kinda-
best owner of the game. Actually, no, Baby
I
now.
forgot about Z-Broly.
Well, no, I'd say probably Baby. Baby is
Baby 6.
Because I always think of Z-Broly as a grappler because that damn command grab's so fucking good.
Well,
I was
Teemo
like,
would
JS
honestly probably be a
JS
trap
was doing
character,
more work than
dude. He
anything
wouldn't.
character
He
ever
wouldn't be a zoner. He would be a trap character with the mushrooms. Because if you
That's
like
cool.
Teemo, like in League, his whole kit is based around his mushrooms, and just to be
I
as
wouldn't know
annoying
that,
as
but like, I
possible.
thought doesn't he? But isn't his basic attack like a flute?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Or no?
it's not a flute. It's a dart. It's a dart.
Yeah,
Blow dart.
the dart thing, blow dart. Yeah.
Yeah, they're blow darts.
Yeah.
That's why he's like one of the most
annoying.
annoying characters in the game, dude. It's because he can like hit you from across the lane, and then he has the mushrooms that are invisible in the
You're
game.
telling me that's not a zoner?
No,
Nah.
he would definitely. No, I think he would be like a zoner in some capacity, but I think that's like one thing. People talk about characters that are legit forgotten. And like, this is gonna sound insane, but zoners are legit forgotten. We don't have zoners anymore. We have set play zoners.
well,
There's no like hard zoner archetype anymore. Like every
Hell, even Sagat doesn't feel like the true zoner that he was in Street Fighter 6.
I was like, even then, you could like outright just call Sagat a Shona. Like, he has forward advancing move that involves leg, DP.
yeah, he's basically he's Ryu with like longer limbs. That's basically how you play him.
I was like, if we start like want to talk about it, like hard, like every zoner. Like, also, I come from anime games, so this is like a main thing, but like we want to look at a lot of the characters that have like come out specifically for Strive. We'll talk about Strive because like obviously I've been playing it as of late, but also it's like it's like the big like actual anime game we can point at. No, all the DLC characters that have come out have not been like zoners in the sense that like their whole game plan is just to zone you and not much else. Like Venom,
We just gotta
set
wait for Injustice 3, baby.
I was like Venom, set play zoner. Asuka, set play zoner. Batman, set play character, but he's shit, so it doesn't really matter. Dizzy, set play zoner.
Oh, don't get me started.
Johnny
on
is
Dizzy.
OG set play zoner.
Don't get me
Like
started on
Testament,
Dizzy.
set play zoner.
So I mean, as someone that plays an actual zoner in a lot of fighting games,
I was about to say, you actually got to.
I agree. But like, I did. Man, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be honest.
I was about to say, I actually.
Like, I essentially wanted.
The most recent, like, true zoner I can, like, really think about is Starfire from Injustice 2, where she genuinely just wants you to be at full screen and eating projectiles.
You know, that's kind of crazy to think about. NRS is like the one thing keeping that archetype alive, which is literally the fact that NRS is just like NRS just makes fucked up games, and all like their characters have absurd zoning in some capacity.
I mean, look, dude,
Actually,
MK9
like-
Freddy in MK9 was insane. That
I was like,
character.
shit, I'm thinking about MK11 Cetrion, like.
Oh yeah, that was almost. just
MK1
as bad.
Sindel.
I think Sindel's like the worst out of the ones we're talking about.
But even
honestly.
then, she's, like, not even, like, she's not what she was. Like,
Truth is that most of the zoners that they make in now are like zoners with the intention of eventually going in. There aren't really zoners that are true keep away zoners. Not like, and it's also a game mechanic thing. They purposely build like modern fighting games to like prevent things like that from happening. So it's difficult.
Good also.
It's because it's the most hated playstyle in the whole genre. If you see anyone getting the most hate, it's the people who play the zoners, bro. They just can't stand it.
look at
when
Chris
people-
G.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely grapplers.
Oh, wait, the grapplers
Grapplers
is
get the most hate more than anybody.
Exactly, fuck him. Like, what? What are we saying?
Yeah, grappler. It used to be hard to play grapplers. Now I think it's like way easier. Like most grapplers, they have designs to like help them get in, or like some sort of thing like Zangief Greenhand compared to like what he was in like the older games.
I was like, Greenhand, like, I don't know, we look at like Greenhand and Ford was like dumb as shit, cause like they just like you spend an EX bar, you literally just have a horizontal DP, which is like really fucking good.
I think people would hate zoners more than grapplers because I like watching a grappler more than I like watching a zoner. And I do, like, I hate playing against a grappler. I do. I hate it. But I love watching like Zangief do an SPD on somebody. I love that shit. All right.
Oh yeah, no, we want to like we can also just talk about the dynamics of like actually like playing it and like doing like the competing aspect of it and actually like watching. Watching grapplers hype as fuck. Playing against grapplers fucking suck. Watching against grapplers like or watching zoners sucks ass. Playing against them kind of shit, but then you hit them they usually die.
I will say that zoning is way harder than playing a grappler. Well, I don't know. It depends on the game.
I don't really like creating that like distinction between like different like characters because like when you look at it, I was like, yeah, some character archetypes are just meant to be easier to play, but they all come with like they're like the whale fall. Like we all look at it like
Dude, can we
grapplers
just
play
say it?
exclusively on the fact like grapplers just need one chance and they just like giga condition for days. But also like, all right, they usually have a hard time A getting in, B they get like their one big damage off and they don't get Oki from it, and like we look at that. And it's like, okay, so just like keep them out. And then you realize they have a shit ton of health, so it creates the onus on the like defender or the person that like the grappler is actually playing against to not fuck up while having to win like 30 interactions, even though the neutral interactions are very skewed for like that character. Just makes
Both
it
are,
not fun.
both are very difficult in their own ways. I do think zoning is still harder, mostly because of the dynamic, like the way that zoners are designed. Most of them don't have a lot of health. They usually don't do a lot of damage. You're gonna have to consistently zone, which means reading your opponent often. Sometimes you'll have to reset your combo like 3 or 4 times in a match, depending on the game. Like, and if you make any mistake, like you said, you just get blown
Bro, how
up.
many hits does Dizzy take in Stride?
2.
And now how many combos does she have to like hit to even kill someone like Chip?
Well, I don't know.
Like
So
3.
what character are you talking about?
Dizzy.
Oh, Dizzy. So it's like in Strive specifically, or do you mean like in other versions?
Just
Because
in general.
it is very dependent on game. If we want to talk about Strive, Dizzy is like a very low damage character at times, but that character like the thing is with Strive, it's hard to say because character like most characters in the game with good starters can just like giga fuck you like an insane amount. Dizzy is not like a generally high damage character, but once she like gets going and actually gets like good close slash starters on shit, then like you're gonna get nuked because Chip also has like no health. But that's like just how Strive is. Like I can really only think of a couple characters that actually like even off their big starters don't get damage like that without like prior setup. Which is like Bridget, Loki,
It's very
Venom is very specific routing. Jackal too.
I mean, unless you got like Wings of Light in your combo, it's not gonna do like crazy amount of damage.
Honestly, I don't even, that's not even true. Like Wings of Light is more of a meme. That character just does like a lot of damage off of like close slash. The problem is that you generally aren't seeing Dizzy get hits like that because that character sucks.
Oh,
so,
tell me about it. I know.
I was like, you play Dizzy. I was you play Dizzy.
Yeah, I do play Dizzy.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, dude, I was playing against a Slayer, and I was like, dude, what do I even do? Like, I feel like there's literally nothing I can do against this. I
don't think.
I can't zone him out because he just goes right past it. It's like, what are we doing? If I throw a fireball, I get hit. If I throw the icicle, I get hit. This stupid dash goes through everything. I was like, I can't even play my game plan.
I don't think I don't even think it's that simple in this game. But I think I don't know, you kind of gotta do the Anji syndrome shit, which is pretty much you're doing nothing but like K normals until you actually do something like realistic. Because like I don't know, like you have means to like set shit up, but like out of low key, like Slayer's one of those characters where he's just gonna one chance you in neutral because like that character's kind of forced to play well in the current state of the game. Because you can't like really sit there and be solid because he's not designed to. If you just like lose, you just can't like actually do anything fun until you get like a knockdown.
You know what's it?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You know what's a game I kind of wish would come back? I'll be honest. I'm 100% biased on this, but like Sonic the Fighters.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Fantasy Strike.
No, honestly, I'm good.
Dude, I've never
No.
played it, but I want to so bad. The one time I had the chance to
Let's
play
play
it,
Strike.
it was the machine was broken, and I was the most sad I've ever been.
Fantasy Strike is it's like a Street Fighter-esque clone game made by David Sterling,
Yeah.
and it's free to play.
Well, the biggest issues about it is that it is made by David Sterling. That's beyond the point. Sonic the Fighters is actually so gas. Like, if you like VF, then like you would like Sonic the Fighters because they're like very similar to each other because like it was just made by Sega. It's like a very similar formula of the game. The game is fucking nuts.
Oh, it's got some stupid mechanics. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, don't you do like way more damage when you're at low health?
Yeah, so it's called catch up, but most of the people in the community call it catch up. It's so basically how it works is that like it's based on the percentage of the amount of damage that you took in. So if I remember correctly, it's something along the lines of like if Bark is at 20% health, he'll do like 80% damage on his command grab.
Yeah,
That's actually crazy.
Are there like two band characters? Isn't like it's like Metal Sonic and Dr. Robotnik that are banned, right?
Metal Sonic, Dr. Robotnik, and Supersonic.
Yeah, I like that. I think.
Yeah, busted. Metal Sonic is like Devil Jin on crack.
It is kind of interesting you mentioned that though, because Sonic the Fire.
You said Metal Sonic is
Yeah.
Devil Jin on crack.
Yeah, he's broken busted.
I want to make sure I'm comprehending that sentence correct.
Yeah, look up Metal Sonic and Sonic the Fighters, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
It's actually kind of interesting to think about. Sonic the Fighters randomly had somewhat of like a revive, like as of late, or not as of late. Like someone made a whole documentary on it, and like if you go to the Discord, apparently it's pretty poppin'. The problem is like with all these games that are beloved and not new, is that you're relegated to side games all the time, and even then, it's still probably not gonna be ran.
Dude, what's the last time Sega's even made a fighting game? Virtual Fighter 5?
I think it literally is Virtual Fighter 5.
I was gonna say, yeah, if we want to talk about
Virtual Fighter 6.
like,
Yeah, it's about to be
Evo,
Virtual
yeah.
Fighter 6, but I was just curious, has there been a Sega fighting game ever since Virtual Fighter 5?
No, that Sega's not really known for making fighting games like that. Virtual Fighter was like really their own fighting game.
And on crashing Sonic and then rebuilding him.
I will say the
like,
trailers I've
Sega,
seen of
like,
Virtual Fighter 6 do look cool.
Yeah, like
Dude, it looks
Sega's
so
kind of
good.
like handing the reins to RGG, which is like the people that did Yakuza and shit.
Well, Yakuza's a good game.
Yo, Johnny, you get in that new Sonic Cross War game?
Huh?
It's got your Yakuza guy.
Yeah, I know, but like on the other hand, I don't think I give a shit enough to be real with you.
Dude,
Nah.
I don't care.
It's gonna pop off, bro. Trust me.
Dude, Miko's in it. Like, I gotta play
What
it.
is it? It's like a Sonic racing game?
Yeah, it's a sequel to
Yeah,
Transforms.
it's Sonic Mario Kart.
They basically took all the concepts from the previous Sonic games and like made it into a new game. And the gimmick is that on the second lap, whoever's in first place gets to choose the next course that they go to.
For me, Robert, you already know this. I suck dick at racing games.
No, that's okay. It's a good place to start.
And to be honest, I also kind of just don't care enough about like Sonic as a like IP to like really warrant
Brother,
buying
Ninja Turbos are coming.
like buying like a genre of game I don't really like to a series I don't really care about.
Now, I'll tell you what, if they actually made a Sonic the Fighters 2, would you get it?
If it seemed fun, maybe yeah.
Dude, they should put Kiryu in it. They make Sonic the
Uh,
Fighters too.
Nah, Kira doesn't hit women. He can't.
I don't
Kira's
care.
in Sonic Cross World.
You don't. That's literally why people brought it up to the producers. Like, why is he in? It's like, oh, he doesn't hit women. He literally can't hit a woman. So, no.
Fair.
It's really funny.
Wait, what?
We can believe.
Yeah,
we can make believe that he hits one woman. That's something in non-canon.
I know. No, it's not even that. Well, I don't know. High key, Kiryu, if he got into a fighting game, it would just be fucking sick. Like the thing is like, if he's gonna get into any game, it legit would be Virtual Fighter 6.
It probably would.
But that's also, yeah, honestly, like with Retro Fighter getting on RGG specifically, like them producing like a lot of like the most recent Virtual Fire shit. They already reuse how animations like you put Kiryu in, it's literally no money to them. They just like have to like make him a fighting game character, which probably wouldn't be hard because like
That is bad.
he has like 10, 11 games you can just grab shit from. Like, but I don't know. I was like, man, what kind of thinking about it?
You know what's weird? It seems like every time we want a tag fighter, like 3 of them come out at the same time.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't fucking get it. What happened to give everyone the brainworm that we need to make a 2D like a tag fighter, like Tokon, fucking not Injustice, Invincible, 2XKO, and then Impact. We're all
I don't think
coming
you
out.
guys are like realizing how influential BB Tag actually was, like, and fighters.
I mean, I
Oh.
do.
Yeah, it's the fighters effect, bro. It's definitely like when Dragon Ball got the IP of Arcs, like when Arc Sys got Dragon Ball, bro, it was over. I
What?
knew like it was gonna take a couple of years of development, and that's what we're seeing now, dude. This is everyone's hype from Dragon Ball Fighters. That's why we got Marvel Tokon.
Also, literally
Like, legit.
I don't know. Literally every Marvel game, or literally every team fighter that is like allegedly gonna come out soon, is just diet B tag. And the thing is people like I don't know. I was on
Wasn't
video
BB
about
Tag
this
the
before,
first
it's
one with
yeah.
like an active switch, if I'm correct,
No.
Oh,
to do that?
Wait.
I think, if I remember correctly, there's some other anime game franchise that had active switch,
all right.
like a long time ago.
All right,
So it was
name a
like the
game
first
that
one
is
to make it popular then.
Name a game that isn't real. Super Budokai 3.
All right, no, I mean like naming. All right, I mean like, honestly, if we really want to look at it, Beam Attack was the thing that put Active Switch actually on the map for shit that people actually like somewhat care about. And like the thing is now is like attempting to people like tell people that this game's gas is like so shit and such a like perilous like effort. It's like
Yeah, BB Tag's got a bad reputation when it comes to like you cannot convince people to play this game. They just like hate it for absolutely no reason, and it's so annoying.
it is so
Either
funny.
that
All I
or
tell
they've
people
never
is
heard
like,
of
yo.
Yeah, that too.
Dude,
It's
I
so
don't
funny,
even
like,
get
yo,
the hate on it. That game's fun to watch, bro. The game's
Oh,
It's a
amazing
good
to watch.
game.
Dude, I just like I
No,
watch
wasn't
and
it? It's like
shit
a-
happens, and I'm like, yeah. It's like
It's because BB
I remember
Tag
being at
came
Combo
out
Breaker,
around
dude.
Fighters territory.
And we were just watching the top 4 for BB Tag, and our friend joined us, who has never played BB Tag or seen it in his life, and he was like, "Dude, what the fuck was going on? What the fuck is going on?" And I was like, "Honestly, you just got BB Tag." At some points, I was literally just like, "Honestly, you just got BB Tag, dude. It's just part of the game."
Yeah, like I say, I think the one thing that kind of like really like throws people off for like BB Tag, I think specifically, is like when people think of like a tag game, like they don't really think about pressing the A button to do shit or pressing the A and the B button. There's also that fucking screenshot of that one new trial that has like ruined everything. You know what I'm talking about, Robert? The fucking where it was just like do B 5 times and jump cancel do B 5 more times, jump cancel do B 5 more times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the thing is people like look at it and it's just like, why the fuck would I play this? And to be fair, I can't blame them for that assumption. It's like,
Man, like, honest to God, it's like, you can't... You're talking about Katsu, right? I'm assuming you're talking about
no,
Katsu.
I'm talking about New 13.
Oh.
That
The fucking trial. Dude, that trial actually is hard as shit. Like,
it is. You're trying to tell me what this shit is like, dude, are you fucking dumb? How are you fucking this up? It's like...
yeah, no, it's way harder than it looks. It's like, people don't realize how hard that actually is.
I was like, but like we also have to like look at it like that game is like really fucking good. But people also have really bad like like preconceptions about how that game is. Cause like they probably just saw like if they know anything about music, they probably know like that image of like of just like the Grim Reaper going through doors and it's just like Gordo Ruby, like like every major. People are gonna think about DP assist. They're
Yeah.
gonna think of that new trial thing.
You know,
the fact that it has Ruby characters in it, like
it's fucked up, bro, because fighters went through the same goddamn thing, and it still was popular.
I was like, it was high key an IP diff. Like I don't know. Like if BB Tag,
Yeah, dude, it was
BB
Dragon
Tag
Ball.
came out, but it was Dragon Ball
Like,
characters.
Season 1 Dragon Ball was fucked up, and then 1.5 came out, and that was even more fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, they're like,
Dude,
you know,
remember
let's make
Cell
a
on
game,
release?
I was like,
Cell on
when I think of
release
any
was
character, I
something.
think of Cell. I think of Android 16.
Yeah, I was about to say, Android 16 was the best grappler I've ever played in my life. Like, hard knockdown on every command grab, every grab on a character that uses like 3 of them in one combo.
So yeah, and he also used to build meter. Like Bardock is a fucking pre-patch Kid Buu.
Android 21 had infinites. I remember that. Like, she had some fucked up like infinite that you could just like loop, and you would have her absorptions forever.
It is very unfortunate because like a lot of these games that like people like kind of shit on and like they like played it like the problem is I think with Baby Tag, Fighters is a lot easier I think to actually get to the cool shit. Like because like if Baby Tag, yeah, I don't like work about it. Like if you want to like do like real like what's the fucking name of it? It's Cross Assault, right? Fuck it, I'm dumb. You have a character out on screen. You press fucking D and P at the same time.
Oh. What? Yeah, the DP or what?
No, it's a no. Both characters at the same time are like doing shit.
Oh, you're talking about the it's just standing C.
No, like the mechanic where like.
Oh, I don't fucking remember.
No, your other character is doing an assist, and then like you're attacking, and then you can like switch between the characters.
Cross raid something.
Active switching?
No, no, it's not cross raid.
Yeah, I think it actually is. No, cross raid is when you do the smart combo 4 times.
Yeah, no, it's
Cross slash?
Cross.
No, dude, God, Robert, you play this game.
Cross combo? I don't fucking remember. Like, dude, I play 2 characters and that's it. I don't remember the mechanics. People think I read Dust Loop. I don't read shit. I just know things.
You literally told me about how you have. Okay, hold on. Let me. It's not cross burst. It's not resonant.
What?
No,
Look.
like, no, cross combo. God damn, I'm
That's
what?
it is.
Yeah, that's it's one of the crosses.
I
Oh
was
yeah, cross combo. So specifically, like, when you look at that game, it's like, BB Tag is pretty easy to pick up initially, but then you look at like the really cool fucked up shit in that game. You have to like actually negative edge in this game. Like,
It's sometimes. It depends on the character.
also yeah, but like being optimal, you have to negative edge. Oh,
Yeah, negative edge is really important in that game.
Yeah, so
That's how you do unblockables.
Just gave me another reason not to do PP tag.
okay.
Well,
So,
negative edge is cool though. You don't like Mega Man?
No, I don't like negative edge,
alright,
bro.
so, but beyond that, so like the whole thing is like, for cross combo, you hold down like you hold down like a partner button, and then when you release it, it will just do the assist. So to be really optimal shit, then you kind of have to do that. But like fighters, I think like initially, that game was like pretty easy to do the shit that you want to do. Like, there's
I mean,
nothing.
yeah,
there
It's
wasn't,
because they
like,
got so
any-
many shortcuts.
Fighters has a lot more like plus buttons, like buttons that you could just like mash this and it just works. And like tag has that, but there's like once you get to a certain level in tag, you're gonna realize that like, oh shit, I
Plus, you
just
get the
can't
free mechanic
burst.
where you spend
I
one more.
I wouldn't even say that. I'm just talking more from like a system mechanics of the thing. It's like Fire Sale Launch is like very simple. Like yeah, super dash, yeah, key charge. It sucked. You didn't do it. Like going
You
like
had Vanish.
thing was like easy. Like yeah, you had
Dude,
Vanish.
yeah, Vanish
like,
was terrible, man.
there's literally only one type of assist. You press your button, you can call the assist, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it from like a basic perspective of like you could just hit this button 5 times and like what you get out of it compared to fighters compared to like tag. Because that's how a lot of people just play fighting games, to be honest. They just gotta like press buttons and look at the colors, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I mean, that's how I play fucking Smash. But
No, we
you
need
know-
to start gatekeeping people. We need to make them force them to learn.
No, honestly, I think people should just learn at their own pace. Like, I think the big problem with a lot of people is that they look at losses as like a bad thing. It shouldn't be a bad. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
No,
You
it's a
should
learning thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like you should be grateful that you're losing. If you win all the time, it's boring.
You
That's
have
not
to
really.
lose to get
That's not
better.
why
Like
you.
that
That's just like a mentality.
At the end of the day, bro, we're
Yeah,
all
well,
humans, and no one actually likes losing, dude. Let's be honest. I've never met a single person who says, "Yeah, I like to lose." Especially if you're a
There's got to be
competitive
something.
person.
You gotta
have to be okay with losing. That's what it is, bro.
you gotta get something out of it. Like,
You have to like go into a set being like, okay, I'm fine if I lose this, but I need to learn.
and most people just don't want to. They don't want to learn, and I don't blame them. Like, you work a 9 to 5, you're fucking tired, you go home, you want to like just press buttons. You can do that in Call of Duty. Why would I play a fighting game?
That's true. Fighting games do take a lot of time to learn. No matter what, it's any fighting game does.
Well, dude, it's because you can't really like. How do you teach somebody neutral in training mode? Genuinely.
You put the AI at the hardest difficulty and you block.
I was like,
That's not just neutral, though. That's not going to teach you how to whiff punish in neutral. That's not going to teach you, oh, what is this? Like, how do I anti-air in neutral? That's not just going to.
See, that's a
There's
fun part
a
of fighting
lot
games, though.
That's not something you teach. The easiest answer to that is you literally just make people sit down and watch VODs and see what people do, and they just try to like replicate.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of single-player content to teach those mechanics. The only game I've really seen, like, kind of teach them is Street Fighter 6 World Tour.
Well, so there are a lot of fighting games that have those mechanics built into it. The problem is that they're not fun. So most people just avoid them. Like, that's the hard part of like trying to convince people to like go to tactics mode, like learn the game, because who the fuck wants to do work?
Well, dude, if you
Like, World Tour's fun because you learn the game by just like playing it. Like that's honestly like a great thing. I think more games should do stuff like that.
Also, one thing I will say, that's not what you said. I don't think it's entirely true. Like, I don't know, like, we want to look at it, like, unique combo trials are, like, really good, but also, like, they literally, like, tell you, like, yo, here's a combo, here is where you want to do it. Like, it'll be like, oh, whiff punish, or, like, X thing, like, close starter, or shit like that. And also, like, before, like, you actually, like, start doing the actual combo trials, it will like tell you like block strings they can do, good neutral pokes, things of that nature. Also, like the thing is like learning fighting is like nuance as shit, and like at a certain point, like it's hard to like teach you them initially because like you can like teach like very basic level concepts, just like this is like what you do, this is how you like press the buttons. But at a certain point, it's like in trying to like teach someone neutral is like a lot of it is just really hard because that just comes with time. It's like a lot easier to teach someone how to run offense and like how to do defense on like specific things. Like,
it's also
because like those are like things you like lab in training mode. Like, do you not know how to deal with this situation? Record that situation and then figure out what you can do from it, or literally ask someone that knows, or Google it. Yo, you want to try to like get better offense? Here is like some mix-ups that you can do and practice that. Or you can just like look at YouTube, watch better players. See what mix-ups they do. Copy that shit. Because the biggest thing about working a game initially, and this is like what I've learned, that trying to figure out your own style when you don't know how to fucking play the game is so useless. Like obviously there's work that you're gonna figure out what you like to do, but it's so much easier to replicate someone that is immensely better than you, and then actually figure out what you like to do later. Because because at a certain point, you don't need neutral until you get to like a mid level. And then from there you actually need to like start thinking about what's on the screen. But you can like look at the screen and you can like run some layer one offense and then like you don't fucking mash on hit all the time. You'll probably be fine and will do decent. Because most people don't look at the screen when they're doing anything, including me. I'm shit. I just happen to be like okay at some games. Like
there's also the problem of terminology. I remember I had a vivid memory once of me being on a phone call with another friend, and he asked me a fighting game question, and I was like answering it, and I was with these guys that worked at AT&T that were teaching me like how to be a technician, and they were taught they described the way that I was talking, the similarities between that and like when you work for the government and you use a bunch of acronyms and shit to like simplify stuff. So one of the big problems that I have with teaching people fighting games is like explain, like we shorten things to make things easier for us to understand, like saying TK. But really understanding what a TK is, there's not a lot of tutorials or anything to like explain that. That's something you just kind of learn over time by going to locals and hanging out with people and just figuring it out.
Like
but
notations.
it's a progress.
Notations is a huge thing. Like, I'll be talking to my normal friends, and I'm like, when they're playing Mortal Kombat, and they're like, Sal, what do I do? And I'm like, oh, dude, back forward 1. They're like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what are you talking about? What's a 1?
I'll say
Yeah.
and
depending on the game, that 1 might be completely different.
Yeah, I was gonna say the cool thing is that most fighting game notation is kind of centralized at this point. Like, there's anime notation, which most games use, and then there's like Tekken or NRS notation. And like all of it, like Tekken is like, all right, it's pretty simple. The directions are down and forward, right? Up is up, like back is back, forward is forward, down is down. And then fucking NRS is the same way. Most games just use anime notation these days because it's just a lot more simple. Like, I don't know, like crouch medium punch, or fucking crouch. Imagine trying to tell someone what a crouch strong is. Like, I know what that means.
A crouch what?
No one, if you have not played like an old game before, you're gonna be like, dude, what the fuck is a crouch strong?
Like, even simple shit, like a sweep. Like I tell people, get like do a sweep, and they'll like, what? Like, you want to prove? Like,
I was like trying to teach one of my like gear friends like some fucking third trick shit. I told him to do fucking stand like close fierce into like heavy DP, and they're like, what is fierce? It's like, oh, shit, am I old? Like, how do y'all know this?
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it fierce like on the cabinet itself?
Oh yeah, all the terms like short, short, forward, roundhouse. Those were all on like the initial Street Fighter 2 cab. That's how you it's like jab, strong, fierce was like the top 3, and then short, forward, roundhouse is them. But those made sense, like at the time, like a short is like, all right, it's a short kick that's in front of you. Forward is like a more forward-reaching kick, and like roundhouse, most characters like say heavy kicks were like a roundhouse, and like crouch heavy kick, like sweep. It's like, yeah, you like sweep the leg. That's just like terminology. Fierce, heavy ass punch. You are beating the shit out of them if you hit them with this. Strong, that's like a strong punch. It ain't fierce though, and then like a jab's a jab. That all makes sense.
I'd sorta. It seems kind of redundant. Like they all could mean the same goddamn thing. They're just words you made up. Like
My point was
like,
it was
sense,
on
yes,
the
but like,
cabinet
also not.
itself. It's like people aren't going to realize that now because it's not going to be on something like their controller or the menu. It's just going to be like red heavy punch.
Well, it's also like not necessarily like something you like look at. Like, look at Ed. Like, crouch so like if I would be like, oh yeah, do like crouch or do like a sweep. That character's sweep isn't like crouch heavy kick in that game. It's like a flicker jab that like is angled upwards. It's fucking weird. So like, trying to explain this shit specifically to people is like not worthwhile and doesn't really do anything except confuse a lot of people. Which is why I think anime notation is so much easier. Like, if you want to sit down and just want anime notation, like let's say you're in a Discord call. You go, okay, look at your number pad, like right now. Look at it. All right. So the directions the directions you do correlate to the number. So a quarter circle is quarter circle forward. So you start from down and you end the forward. So 2, 3, 6. That is so easy. And then you just say like the button that corresponds to like the game. Like, all right, if I want to tell someone like, yo, how do you do like this like input for like how do you do like a Guilty Gear Super? Oh, you do 6, 3, 2, 1, 4, 6. And people know what half circle back means, so you can either say the full thing or just like say that half circle back forward. Then like the button that the game gives. But like when writing it down, people will realize it's so much easier just to do the notation like that because like it's also like natural to like write for hands. Like you can kind of like map out the motion of what you're trying to describe with your hands, type it, and then just do like the letter of like the like move string. And that's just so much easier. Like, which is why like, both I think every notation has a place, like willingly. Because like, there's some games that even if I could use like anime notation for, I'm not calling like Kenwell Ford in Third Strike to MK. Who do you think I am? Like what? Like
I honestly think if we're just talking specifically notation, NRS or Tekken is the easiest one for me. Because it's literally just down. You know what down means. And then once you just figure out what 1, 2, 3, and 4 means, it's honestly really simple.
Honestly, it's well, 1, 2, 3, 4 is like as simple as like explain something 1, 2, 3, 4 is like think of it as just like limbs. So like
Yeah.
one is your left limbs. So like so odd numbers are left limbs, even numbers are right limbs. So like and you go
Or Megazord.
So
Yeah,
I'm in a weird condition where I grew up on MK notation. Like I legitimately started playing MK9 when I was 9 years old. So I grew up with MK notation. But the first like fighting game that I really got into competitively was Dragon Ball Fighters. So I had to learn anime notation, and as I've come to learn that, I've come to actually like that notation a lot more.
Oh no, number pad notation is just like so easy because like the thing is also
I think
so
it's just
universal.
easier to type out. Like it's
Oh yeah, no,
easier
yeah,
to
it is.
explain and type out.
It's easier to explain to people that aren't necessarily speak English or anything.
Yeah, no,
too.
you can say 2M to like a Korean player. They'll know what the fuck you're talking about.
You tell them to them, they'll have like a stroke on the floor. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I would say it's like, what do you mean knee M? Like, no. Yeah,
You know, I was just thinking about that. That's like if I tell a European quarter circle, like would they have like an aneurysm or something? Like,
yeah, no, dude. Yeah, you block.
Wait, the Europeans
block
love
mids
MK. They
and
know what
lows
quarter
by
circles
holding
are.
Ichi. It's like no, like.
honestly, anime notations are probably like the easiest way to explain to most people. The only thing is that you have to actually say, look at a numpad, and not everybody has a numpad on their computer, so I have to like physically send them an image.
Honestly, and yeah, the image is like very accessible, and like it's not super hard to explain either. Like, it's gonna be fucky initially because like you in a sense you are speaking a new language, but the new language consists of literally 9 numbers and then whatever the fuck is like given for that game button wise.
Usually
But
just
also,
like medium heavy.
like people are just like I don't know. At a certain point, you can literally just be like, you can just like say certain things like, how do you do this? Oh, it's just like fireball motion button. Or like it's like course will go back. Like the thing is that colloquially people would probably be able to pick up just by like existing. But on the other hand, like I don't know, it also depends on the game. Like I don't know, trying to explain the mag blast input to people that don't play Marvel is fucking it's like a actual task. Like yeah,
No.
dude,
I believe it.
yeah, dude, it's like a chord circle. It feels like upside down. It's like what the fuck are you talking about?
I definitely.
Actually,
It was like, fucking hate that input.
Like, the hardest thing I ever learned to do with Magneto, like I can do his infinite. I have like the execution to do like shit. The hardest thing I ever learned to do, and that's because I mainly play on hitbox, was doing Mag Blast. Genuinely, I felt like a toddler. Like I
Wait, what
actually had
input are we talking about?
Mag Blast input in Marvel 3. So it's 896.
I thought it was 698.
No, it's 896.
That's even worse. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, so like I felt like I literally
Wait,
had to
already
like, drill out doing Mag Blast like for like 10 minutes, like 10 to like 15 minutes a day, just to get to the point where I could do it. And even then, I still fucking drop it sometimes. I've gotten, to be fair, the hardest part about it is like you can't rush the input. You have to like, especially considering it's Marvel, you can't miss a direction or the input just won't come out. It's like you hold up, you press forward on your hitbox, and you're still holding up. You have to release, then up, keep the forward held, then do your button.
Yeah, honestly, like what is it? The flight cancel into like the projectile, and then you go diagonally down and hit him with like a standing heavy, and then relaunch him. That shit looks so fucking hard.
That's not that bad, actually. Magneto combos honestly aren't that hard. It's like you just get like a rhythm down for a lot of the shit, and then it gets
Johnny, you're capping. They're hard.
They're not that hard.
I think they're pretty hard.
Anybody can order Magneto combo.
I haven't even tried them, brother. I'm not gonna do that.
I'll say it's like what I will say. Most of Magneto's like hard shit
stick
comes
with
from
Iron
actually
Fist
playing the
over here.
game. Because the problem is that character is exclusively movement and has no goddamn health. You have no health with that character. So if you fuck up once, you die. The whole thing about it is that he can like keep himself safe on like literally any time he wants to move in. He always have a mag blast going down. He has great zoning. He can outmaneuver literally everything in the game. It's hard, but like, especially if you have like an assist covering ground, you can kind of like run a train on people. Like that's why he's so fun. Is that like he's a very variable character and where you're sitting on the screen at all times. It's not like Morgan where like you straight up most times, if you have missiles and you have rapid slash, you pop astral, you set it in the corner of the screen. They try to move in on you, you rapid slash. If they're not moving, you just want to get chip damage or want to catch them in the air, you call missiles. It's very simple. And if they ever get too close, you just super jump up back, fly, blink air dash to the other side, shoot fireball landing down, and you just do the same shit until they die. Like, Magneto can't do that. Magneto has to always be, he can't be passive. He can, but he needs to be doing everything with an intention because otherwise he will get blown up. Because he's not a super high damage character, he builds a lot of meter, he has really good neutral, but you aren't outright killing people with like one hit off of Magneto. Unless you're like specifically like raw tagging in the corner. Especially because a lot of like his like starters we're really getting are gonna be super scaled. It's like you do like 5L to anti-air, crouch light into like 2L like delay 2L, so like frame trap, and then like you stagger, and then like you like confirm off of that, like shit like that. It's not like one track at all, and that's what makes it really cool. Actually, that's like one thing. We're like on the topic of things we want to come back.
Dude, down
inputs. I don't. The thing is, I don't mind down inputs because like Zato from like Gears, like my favorite fighting game, like favorite character of all time. I have a tattoo of it. But like I don't like fuck ass inputs. I think they're dumb. I like inputs as a whole. Like I like half circles. I like like DPs, like things like that. But these like dumb shit inputs and like fucking like Arcana Heart or like whatever dumb shit video game that FCK decided to make at one point.
Or Kuro has access to it.
Yeah, no, I do not like these fuck ass inputs. Specifically, the problem is now is that like input readers and modern day input readers are too lenient or too shit, so it makes you feel miserable.
Street Fighter 6 input system sucks. Like that shit pisses me off. I'm like, dude, how do I input like just maybe quarter circle button and then quarter circle button and I'll be like fireball. I'll wait for the fireball to go away and then I'll just be DP. And I'm like, how the fuck does that happen? Genuinely.
Yeah.
I want giant characters back.
Honestly, you can speak on that exclusively. I have no real opinion.
Last time we even had.
But I'm also a proponent of
a giant character, dude.
I mean, Sagat's pretty close.
Like PTX. Like I want a PTX back. I want like big characters. The last time I saw a giant character was Janemba and Sparky Zero. Like that kind of archetype.
Oh yeah. If y'all don't know who PTX is, or do y'all know who PTX is?
I know who PTX is. I'm the one that mentioned.
Dumbass up.
I was about to say I don't know who that is. So.
The PTX is the giant robot from Lost Planet, the one with the chainsaw arm and the Gatling gun on its shoulder.
Yeah.
Can you send an image?
Sure. And his. Oh, go ahead, Johnny. No, please.
Yeah, no. So the whole gimmick of PTX is that you can't. So, you, like TBC is a 2v2 game. So you pick your character and you pick another character. PTX, if you pick him, you can only pick PTX. He's the only character on your team. So specifically, I think doesn't PTX have like hyper armor on, or super armor on like everything? They have like a shit ton of health. They're really, really fucking tall.
Oh yeah, they're massive. They their thing is that they could swap out weapons once you use them, so you can swap out between like a rocket launcher or like a Gatling gun and a bunch of other stuff. And he's not a combo character. He's like a neutral, like you're just kind of pressing buttons in response to things. You're like basically playing a boss character, essentially.
Is there a difference between gold PTX and
Wasn't there
PTX?
a really big character?
I don't remember.
Versus Tatsunoko?
Yep, that's the character PTX.
Oh, and no, oh yeah, no, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
And gold Lycan.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I just remember them being giant. I can't remember exactly what they looked like, other than being like
Yeah,
a little.
if you look at Gerald, yeah, P
Yeah.
Gerald.
Yeah, PTX was cool. He's also the only character I ever played that had a 9-1 matchup. Or, sorry, 1-9 matchup.
Yeah, it's really funny. That character, yeah, he only is like just changes how the game functions.
It does look like a transformer.
But that character is like actually not good.
Nope.
It's really funny. That character is actually like not good.
Sometimes when you use so many.
Bro, I think giant characters are cool as a concept. I firmly hate big bodies. I do not like big bodies. So I'm just not gonna state my opinion on that because you can probably understand where I stand when it comes to giant characters. But I get the appeal of them. I'll be lying if I said I did not understand. Because the concept of having just a big beefy character, it's like I think in team games especially where it's like you can only have him on your team. He has a lot of.
I mean, if you compare GT Goku to Z Broly.
Well, the thing is, like, Z Broly isn't. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider Z Broly a giant character.
Yeah, that's just a big one.
Only if GT Goku's on screen.
Like when I think of like giant characters, I think of like a specific archetype, like Kusarigado from Samsho 5SV.
Yeah, definitely. That dude, the dude missing an arm with his bone exposed, and he looks like a demon.
Yeah, like Kusarigado, fucking. It sounds dumb actually, but genuinely, like a lot of boss characters on fight games, like dude, like. Galactus is like who I would consider like a actual giant character. Like,
Yeah.
They kind of all do the thing where like they're not. They don't really play how that game is conventionally
Not
played.
Apocalypse?
Don't know.
Nah.
Dude, he's literally like the stage.
Yeah, but but like the thing is, if he fundamentally still kind of functions like a normal character, then he's just like a big body. Giant characters kind of don't function in the way you would expect them to in any regard in terms of like how the game is like conventionally played.
It really only works with certain games, to be honest.
Yeah, because like you have like a giant character and like they can just be there, but the problem is there's gonna be like complete shit, which they probably should be. Because if like a giant character, like in my mind, when I think of like when it comes to like a giant character, if they're top tier, it probably is not fun at all. It means they probably just have something that is like so over socializing. Like, actually, a more modern example of like a giant character, or kind of like something they did with like giant character. In Grand Blue, there's a character called Lane. He has a super, so when he's at, I think it's 30% lower health. He has his super Skybound art, and he basically summons like Lady Yggdrasil.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's super stupid, dude.
Yeah, so summons Lady Yggdrasil, and pretty much you just press buttons and it does move. So the cool thing about them is that
it's basically the ultimate knowledge check, for what I understand.
Yeah, ultimate knowledge check. So she
if you
takes
don't know how
damage
to defend it, you're dead. But if you do, it's like
so,
useless. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, no, that's correct. It is a knowledge check, but the whole thing is that you can. It's mainly used for chip, honestly. But you just also like, if she is to take damage, it's 50% of it is reduced. If she can't be thrown or knocked down, it's kind of like what giant characters do. But other than that, it's kind of what it is. Like kind of like the concept of having giant characters like an install. Like giant characters as a whole, I don't think would work or be good in any like regard. I mean, like, good in the sense like be healthy for a game. They're like come out now. Just because balancing it would be a nightmare because the characters.
But honestly, I was thinking about it. Maybe Blitztank would be the closest I've gotten to like an actual giant character. TBH.
Honestly, yeah,
Yes, in a way.
but like, yeah, in a way, but it's so hard because like, I don't know, like, the whole archetype of like giant and like the way that like Robert and like the way we are perceiving it.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, it's like such an antithesis of fighting. It's like you could still call him like lifting like a big body. I don't think anyone's far away. If you called him like a giant character, and, like the way that I'm trying to perceive it,
it would be like literally Janemba from Sparking Zero, like something like that. Like where it's just like you got 3 moves and they're fucking massive and
yeah,
yeah.
wasn't fucking Dr. Giro, like
Yeah, Doctor Willow.
Yeah, Dr. Willow and
Well, I played both. So.
Yeah, so like in that game, so like those like the giant characters, like so like I think they have their place, but I don't think in a modern game like fighting games like today. Which is like
Yeah.
kind of unfortunate because like
I think Sparking Zero would be the closest you can get to what you would want for it to be a modern fighting game.
Exactly. I think they literally are just called giant characters in the game. I'm pretty sure. But like, that's actually something to like kind of bring up. Like we had this like whole podcast episode, and like there were a lot of conversations, all the things that we like want back that are like kind of like don't exist anymore. And it's kind of like it's kind of fucked to think about. But we're kind of in a position with like we're just like how games would be like these days, for them to actually like kind of like exist and get like be like supported and like updated and actually have like any production value to it. They kind of can't exist. Like
Yeah,
giant characters can't really exist. 2.5D games can't really exist. Soul Calibur can definitely come back, but like
Sprites are not coming back.
yeah, hardcore zoners can't come back really. Like they could, but like
Down
they're
inputs need to
not.
come back.
Like
Capcom will never make another sprite-based game. They're done with that. If they ever decide to make another Street Fighter in the future, it'll always be 3D.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's probably just a lot easier to produce, but I think honestly,
It is.
The art style we have fell in love with probably just can't be replicated anymore. Like it's actually so you know how like you watch like a 90s anime or like early 2000s 90s anime, and it has like that really distinct look. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't have to like explain.
Well, yeah, the reason why is because they were OVAs. They made them as singular episodes, so they put their entire budget in that one episode instead of like spanning it out to a series.
Oh no, I don't. No, that's not even the case actually.
Are you talking about like a Cowboy
Also,
Bebop
people
kind of thing?
like, yeah, most anime used to just be hand drawn, and then like you know with the addition of CG animation, not just like for like anime, but just gaming in general. Most fighting games try to go for like a mix between something that looks like a sprite-based game, but is actually a 3D-based game, kind of like Fighters, or Guilty Gear. The cell shading that Arc System does is a really, really good example of like
I was
that.
about to say, Tony.
And they've been trying to replicate that for forever.
Yeah, no. What I will say is like specifically the way that it looks. It's like it's not even about being hand drawn. It's not even about being fully digital. Specifically, the way the things that they use to create the color of like the anime and the OVA and to get that style, the technology for it literally doesn't exist anymore. It physically is something that does not exist. Like it's not in production. Producing it literally is so inefficient and so like near impossible to do these days. It's never gonna happen again. So
Do you think we'll ever get that way with clay animation?
I would say I think there have been things like that. So like,
The last clay animation thing that we got, like, actually, well, I don't know about gaming, but like, what was that company, Lock2 or Lock2 or something like that? They released Kubo into 2 strings and Coraline and a bunch of other stuff. They're pretty much the pioneers of claymation, but the company went bankrupt, so there's literally nobody doing it right now.
no, yeah.
Wallace
So
and Gromit just
one
came
thing I'll
out this
also
year.
speak on specifically is
Oh yeah, I forgot about those guys.
yeah. So one thing I actually want to bring up too is that there literally like has been a clay store like shortage of like the clay that is used to like animate those movies. Like y'all know about Wallace and Gromit, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, Wallace and Gromit, like the company that did it is it's Aardman Studios or Aardman Animations, but they literally don't have the clay that they use is like I think it's not even produced anymore. They're literally running out of clay to keep on making movies. So like the
Damn.
reason why I bring up this whole like little segue into like with the way old anime used to look and the way like clay used to work, I think just like the ecosystem of like and frankly the like what is kind of like the greater like scene of like making fighting games and producing them and just like how like shit works these days. I think what we really want in fighting games will never be able to be produced in a way that matters or feels not natural. Like it like I don't think any of us have fallen in love with a game specifically because of like specifically like a modern game. I don't think a lot of people have fallen in love with it just because like how it looks. Because when you look at it, a lot of games do feel very like centralized. Like we can say the same for like even games that like look like good, like Grand Blue, Fighters,
I
Strive,
mean, Grand Blue is
DNF.
literally one of the prettiest games out there, dude.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, dude,
yeah,
no,
Grand Blue
no,
and
it-
Fighters actually look really good.
yeah. Honestly, it's
But
really
like,
pretty, but like we want to like also look at it from like it has the Arc Sys look. The problem is like there's obviously every like studio's gonna have their style. Like Capcom, like old Capcom even has their own style. But what we fell in love with in terms of like kind of like the way the game looks, nostalgia with the way the game plays, I don't think it's possible to make anything like that ever happen again without making it feel synthetic. Like even now, like we look at like Skullgirls and shit. Skullgirls was made by Mike Z. That's someone that vehemently loved. Like he loved Marvel 2. I don't think it is physically possible to make a game that looks and feels exactly like Marvel 2, even if there is a really close imitation to it. That's just like the nature of how this goes. But like I can't bring it up. It's like not even trying to like be all doomer, but I think like wanting old shit is so not worth it because I don't think in the ecosystem for fighting games right now it's even worth it. Like, why would they try to like do this? Because like you were forced to innovate back then in order to do anything, but they're innovating on a very limited like amount of resources. Like,
Yeah, but I feel like
budgets,
we're not
like,
innovating enough now in modern day fighting games.
Well, it's because innovating's expensive.
Yeah, innovating is expensive, but also like, what else is there really to innovate on that is like marketable to like anyone? Because the thing is, like, realistically, we want to like, we're in a golden age of video games. We're in a golden age for like fighting games in general. Like, if we want to look at it, there's so much money circulating, and fighting games are actually something that isn't just like on the side. It's like actually in like the main front, like of like existence. Not even like counting esports, like. Every new game that comes out looks so much more beautiful, and it has so much more money in it, and so much more production value, and so much just like being actually considered a quality game. Like back in the arcade era, that quality was like done through a pure will, but like it's not exactly like given, like at the same time. So it's just like one of those things where it's just like it's so hard to really expect much from like devs in general, because as much as money we put in, the amount of innovation that can be done, there's no reason to, because we have to play it safe now. Because like we look at SNK, SNK was willing to do batshit insane stuff because at a certain point, it was kind of do or die. They had to like make new shit, and everything they did had a lot of risk to it. Like the amount of like KOF has always been like a legacy series, but like there's been like a bunch of times like SNK has been KOF games and they fucking bombed. Like they bombed because they were like trying to do a lot of like shit like innovation, and like there was like a risk to it, but the risk was like actually okay to take. But there's such a standard now that everything you have to do is perfect that innovation is actually not like it's not incentivized anymore. You were kind of just sitting there and like, and the way I think about it is like if I was a high-level producer in a fucking game, I'm sitting here, I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm making my video game that will be really marketable to people. I'm gonna do it. And maybe you do like something that's like kind of like sided towards like something that's slightly more innovative, but it's still very like homogenized in the grand scheme of things. Like, we want to look at it. The biggest thing for the new era of fighting games right now is that they're all sides to things of aggression. What aggression actually means in terms of actually playing the game, people don't really know. But there is aggression to it. We have drivers for that. We have heat for Tekken 8. Gears, like Gears always been kind of like an aggressive game, but specifically the homogenization of like Gatlings and shit, and like adding like Wild Assault, Pods Ed bonus, Wall Break, all
Yeah.
is like meant to be more
Did
aggressive.
anyone
And-
here play Garo to City of the Wolves?
Yeah, honestly, say the Wolves is like one of the games I actually give his flowers for. Where well, the thing is, the offense is like strong in the game, but the game is defense is very very strong too. And actually, like, I think City of the Wolves was so set up for success, but people do not realize that shit is an SNK game, and it kind of just died because of that.
Dude,
It's not
I
even
was so
dead.
mad that that game just kind of died after launch. I love
Honestly, the
City of
thing
the
is,
Wolves.
it's
I'm having
still
so
alive.
much. Like, dude, I'm having so much fun playing that game, but it feels like it takes just a little bit too long to go into like a ranked game. I'm like, damn, bro, this shit takes fucking minutes sometimes, and then other days it is rapid. But
Yeah.
god damn, I was hoping it would sell a little bit more than what it did.
Honestly, yeah, it's like the thing is, like, obviously the game's gonna be big because the amount of fucking Saudi oil money that was shoved into it. That like, but like, that game is still gonna be alive for a while. But it's one of those things where it's like, it doesn't really feel like there's any fighting games with like any real pull anymore, unless you're like the big three. Like NRS is always kind of in its own world, so I don't consider it at all. Street Fighter will always be big. Tekken will always be big, especially as of late. Gear it will be big, I think, as of late, but like Gear, I could see it falling off.
It was only big because fighters got so popular and put fucking Arxis on the map.
I wouldn't even say that. Strive was
It wasn't the thing that put Arxis on the map. There were
yeah,
other things.
I would say
Dude, I've never heard of Arxis until Fighters came out, and I'm a big fighting game player. I grew up playing fighting games, and I had no idea what Guilty Gear was or Blaze Blue.
no, honestly, fighters you could
For the
definitely.
casual people, it was definitely Fighters that put Arxis on.
Oh,
the
you know,
map.
Yeah, Arxis is a publisher, not just like like they don't just make fighting games.
yeah, no, yeah, exactly. You can like put that out, but like, let's be real. Most people don't give a fuck about the publisher until they release a game big enough. And then once you hand literally like cartels stopping IPs to a fighting game company and to make a fighting game, people that don't even know how to hold a controller or own a console like that. Like I know
still
like
feel
the
like
amount of people
Fighters
I
was
know
the
that
last-
literally never touch a fighting game to play fighters is like nuts.
I feel like
It's
Fighters is
real-
the
That's
last
what I'm
game
saying, dude.
that
It's like,
literally had like
Fighters
everyone
had
hyped
such
for it.
an impact.
Fighters did, and then it also had a negative impact toward the later half of it because they were one of the last games to implement crossplay. That's where Strive ended up helping Arc Systems the most when it came to fighting games. They were the first. They were like the big one to like put crossplay and rollback in the same game. And like that was a game changer. Every company was just like, "Oh shit, we got to do that. We're gonna lose sales."
Yeah,
And which is a
main
good
thing I
thing.
also have to keep in mind is, like Gear. I say, Gear was very much considered like the the weird fucking game. That game is like fucking
Mhm.
weird. Like, let's be real. Like the thing is, I played Rev 2 like as a kid because I just had it. But like Gear as a whole, people like to talk about it as like, oh, it wasn't that hard of a game to pick up, or like it was actually kind of digestible. That shit really is not when you're actually like picking up a controller for the first time. And the thing is, if you like the game enough, you think it's cool enough, like yeah, you can learn like any hard fucking game. Strive was like the actual like game where it maintained a level of like complexity that Gear is known for, while also being very like new and easy to pick up, just because what Daisuke did to the game. Strive was up for success in such an immense way, but you also have to you do also have to keep in mind that like it's kind of weird because like Gear was never really part of the big three. It was big because like Japan loved it, and like Rev 2 was pretty big. Plus R was also like pretty big at the same time.
It was a second tier game when it came
yeah.
to like tournaments.
Yeah, like Gear's been around forever. It was only really until Strive where that game actually became something that mattered.
That starts surpassing like keeping up with like Tekken and like other games.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, hold on.
As you said, Mobius, the Strive fans don't really know what it was like back then for the anime people.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a combination of different things. When it came to anime games, there was a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of fighting game players that didn't play anime games really didn't like anime players. It was just a thing.
Yeah, no, I've heard about that.
And we were kind of secluded to our own like little groups and our own little communities and stuff. And the thing is that like it's just a different environment. People are a lot more online now than offline. People don't really go to locals as much as they participate in online tournaments for a multitude of reasons. Better netcode, less expensive, you know. And it's just, I don't know, games have also been like so simplified. Not simplified, but easily accessible. Like there's Dustloop, there's YouTube, there's like forums on Reddit. You can go to like Discord to find matches. There wasn't stuff like that for like if you played a game like I don't know, like what's some fucking random anime game I have on my Steam? Koehime, right? Do you know any fucking local that's playing Koehime right now?
No,
Nope.
I don't even know what that is.
Robert, I think it's kind of funny. For us, we do.
Yeah,
But,
because I know where to look, but normal people don't.
Yeah, I think one thing I think is also kind of like, this is kind of just like more of like me talking about just shit in general. I think there is kind of a weird rhetoric around specifically like Strive players when it comes to like the scene. Because it's so easy just to look at motherfuckers on Twitter being dumb as shit and they just do have an only play Strive. But like, the one thing you kind of forget is like a lot of people that like play Strive like have been in the game for a minute. Like LK literally only competes in Strive, but LK has been like playing games like before I was.
Didn't he play
born.
Persona?
He played a lot of
Shit.
games. He played like the
Shit,
old
you-
Melty Blood. He played.
Oh no, he was good at it too. He was like
Yeah.
really good at Akadizza. It was like Ashes again. He was like really good at like we don't like to talk about it. Like
He played all the old Guilty Gears too, or at least most of
Yeah.
them.
I don't think he played plus. I don't think he played Accent Core plus R. I know he played. He started with Xer. I'm pretty sure. But like, I think there's a kind of a weird rhetoric when it comes to like Strive players, because like, Strive for me is like, yeah, I know a lot of people that only like started with Strive, but like, especially like a lot of people that I know personally, like, Strive was not their first fighting game. They like played a bunch of shit before, like a bunch of shit before. But like, it is easy to just like point at, like, yeah, oh wow, this person is bitching about random thing.
It's their first fighting game. And frankly, this is also another thing that's just really common. Y'all get patches way too often. Like, you gotta let your games cook.
MK.
Oh,
might be
believe it
the biggest
or not,
example of that.
the problem
Oh my
is,
god, the people that bitch and complain about anything in MK get patched as soon as they bitch about it. Look at what they did to my boy Cyrax on release. But Baraka Cyrax was like top 1 for like 2 weeks, and then boom, got it, nerf.
MK had the worst when it came to patches. I don't think any game suffered. Like, I remember when they had a patch like in the middle of CEO or some shit, right? Like, didn't that happen?
They probably, I believe you.
It was like Combo Breaker or CEO or something.
I would genuinely believe
that is really funny.
That it was like the day of the tournament. That's when the new patch came out. Like,
Yeah, dude, you could be
Yeah, I
misinforming
remember
me
this.
right now. And I really do.
There's a lot of shit, like, I don't know. Patch culture is like really shit, but I think honestly, I think it's fine.
It's good and
It's like
bad.
the problem.
but it's not the patches that's the problem. It's the fact that we've created this incentive that a company needs to release a patch so often that people get bored of the game really quickly, and it like I'm worried that in the future when game companies start like taking community feedback and stuff, they'll look at this and they'll just be like, okay, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, and then like you'll just introduce a bunch of new fucking bugs and glitches, and nobody like from a competitive standpoint, you want your game to just be what it is. I don't want to learn something and then have to relearn it every fucking month.
yeah, I would say that.
Not only
is,
that, like sometimes
no,
they'll
no,
completely gut your character and you get basically a brand new character from what they did to it, like from the nerfs or
no,
the buffs.
Yeah.
no,
What
I
they did to
agree.
Ram.
No, I agree.
Yeah, like Ram and
Ram,
Strive is perfectly like I used to play Ram in the beginning of the game. I can't play fucking Ram anymore. The character is completely different. I don't even know what she does anymore.
I was like, she's Scar Crush. Like every other Strive out there, she's just Scar Crush 50/50s. Um, but
Brackets.
no, but I agree. But also, I think at a certain point, the nature of a game being patched a lot means they are allowed to be really experimental with like what they want to do. If it's shit, then like yeah, it sucks for like a couple months. But like,
I don't know. Look at Tekken.
there's been a lot of god patches.
I don't mind the patches, bro. I just don't. It's the players that piss me off. Them complaining all the time because they're so used to getting patches all the time,
Yeah,
and
I don't
it's very annoying.
I don't know, like yeah, it's like that's not be annoying, man, but like, oh, it ain't your wheelhouse to like, I don't know. They're the one throwing the fucking stones in their glass house. You don't gotta throw them back.
I mean, this is just like I can't blame them too much. Like that, we all did it. We had our first fighting game. That was the game we knew. That was the game that we talked about. That was the game, and then eventually it came to a point where you had to move on to something else, and that's when you start to really like deep dive into how game mechanics work and like what fighting games have similar, and you start to meet the really like interesting people in the community when you like deep dive into those like weird obscure games or games that aren't supported anymore.
Yeah, I'll say. Well, we'll say I think how it is like we look really nicely on like a lot of patch games because like usually those games straight up had the way it used to work is like there are patches, you just got a new version of the game. Like Gear specifically was like that, dude. There was a version of a game where it was fucking awful and no one liked it. Wait like a year or two for the next version, then come back. Like Uni players did that.
Yeah, Street Fighter V had that problem too.
Like people, a
Yeah.
lot of people that like played Uni didn't.
You know
like
what?
Uni. Yeah.
I'll give Strive back. It's Street Fighter V that started this whole shit.
All right. Well, yeah. Street Fighter 5 was also just really
That was a fucking awful game that everybody played because you didn't have anything else to play, and it's like, oh no, they're Capcom. They know what they're doing.
And then
You want to know why Arc System really got popped off? It's because of that.
Yeah, it's because
If Capcom they didn't fumble Street Fighter V, they would have been making the next Dragon Ball Fighters.
That's true.
That is probably.
Well, actually, ArcSys has always kind of they've done this thing where every patch they have made for any fighting game has been complete shit. But then one time they make one good patch, it's considered the God patch, and as soon as they change anything from the God patch, everyone hates it. Which, to be
Sometimes you
fair,
get lucky.
is completely sick. Like I don't know, like we want to look at it. Strive had like some good patches. Specific, so like season 2.5 Strive, people loved. Season 3.75 for Strive, people also fucking loved. But every other patch then has been really bad. It has been like I've talked to like I like at this point I don't really compete in any games. I don't really care to anymore. At this point, I'm more or less like intertwined with like the Strive scene more than anything else. Almost everyone that I've talked to does not enjoys some things about this patch. The problem is like the big overlying issues of this patch are so noticeable that like it's really hard to enjoy. Like
All right,
top
Blitz.
tiers in this game are like miserable to play against. No one enjoys fighting against like we want to talk about like it's probably like the big four of this game currently. It's like Johnny, Ram, Pot, and like Leo. That's like not ordered in any regard, but like they all kind of have really fucked up same issues. Like all those characters have dumb shit neutral, Guard Crush 50/50s. Not Leo, but Leo just mixes you by existing. They have issues with like they are really good at using resources and system mechanics better than a lot of characters that exist. Like It's just like not necessarily fun to play against. And the problem is like just like Strive in general, is
Well,
that
I don't,
when you give people a taste of like the good life of not playing a shit game, and then you put them into utter nonsense, of course they're gonna bitch. You can't hand like someone you can't hand like someone that's like dehydrated like the most beautiful like glacier water in the world that's ice cold, then take it away from them after they've only had a sip of it for like 2 days. Like yeah, shit. Like I'll bitch too. I want my fucking water. Like what? Like it's so much easy, but it's really easy to point out. Like wow, they're bitching for no reason and they're dumb and stupid. And it's like
In my
I don't
defense, it's
know.
also Twitter. The
Yeah,
mistake.
Twitter's the worst place to
I
go
don't know. But
for that.
one thing you'll
Not the
find
one
out
Twitter
is
was the
like
best decision I've ever
a
made.
lot of strat players are hella annoying. But, but, I don't know. You just gotta talk to like people that are like real humans, and then
A
like
lot
you'll
of
be fine.
a lot of players in general are just annoying. A lot of people who just bitch in general are annoying. But since we're getting like way off topic for a while, I say we just wrap it up here. And we've also hit like 2 hours at this point, so we've been going for a minute. So any closing statements anyone wants to say real quick?
Yeah, there was actually something that I do want to bring back that would work well in fighting games. So in BlazBlue Central Fiction, they had a mode where if you press random all, it would randomize the stage and the music every single set.
Dude, that sounds
And
so cool.
and no
That
other game
sounds
has ever done that. I don't know why. Why can't it like that would be
Bring
so
that back.
convenient. Yeah,
I
bring that
actually-
back.
I actually agree. That sounds sick.
That's my
That sounds sick.
Actually, low key. Sal, are you down if I plug something real quick?
No, you can plug someone real quick if you want. I was
Okay.
gonna say that.
I was like, check your DMs. Do you mind showing this to the stream up there?
No. I'll put it up
I'm
on
assuming
screen
it's
right
SQ. Let me take a look.
Yeah, it is. I'll go
now.
wait
So
for
this
the image
looks,
to pop up.
yeah. SQ.
Okay.
This looks like attorney that you're trying to promote. So
My boy Scrappy Sensei is doing a major in North Carolina. If you play BB Tag, it is a main game. If you play anything else, there is probably a pop bonus.
Yep, I was gonna say, yeah, so currently...
What other main games are there?
So main games are there right now. Is CF, BB Tag, Grand Blue Versus, Plus R, Exerd, Kill Kill Strive, Kill Kill If Restitched, specifically Restitched, MBAC, Belty Blood, Under Night 2, and what was recently just added as a main game is 2XKO. 2XKO is going to be there. September 27th to 28th, 2025. It's going to be at the Durham Convention Center. Super big venue. I've already seen things, but it's super hype. Star.gg/SQXL. Sign up. There's also some side games there. If you fuck with horse girls, Uma Musuma or Ume Musume is there. Fate Unlimited Codes is going to be there. Come through and beat me. Please, God. You know, the money's nice.
No,
But
I'm
I'm trying
That sounds
to.
like a lot of fun.
Bet, I got you, Johnny. I'm on my way.
2XKO.
Also, yeah, there's also if you've been to Frosty's before and you fucked with that, hey, there is a mystery tournament here. I think Maxed Out is running it. Maxed Out is super big, and like that kind of shit. Wonderful World is also there.
It's got a lot of shit. Y'all should just come.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's a 2-day
Oh, yeah.
event. Currently, right now, it's still normal pricing, so definitely tap in. Late pricing doesn't start until the 14th of next month. So currently, right now, it's like $60 for competitor pass. If you want to spectate, it's 50. Regardless, come through. It's gonna be
How
hype.
much is it per game?
How? No, it's not per day. You just pay the venue.
No, per game, like to enter.
Oh, per game,
$10.
it's 10.
Okay, okay.
Also, we do have. Also, there is a hotel block. So if you want to get like get a hotel, it's there. But That's enough yapping. My throat hurts. I ran out of water like an hour ago. It's fine. I've been J. Valentine.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Rocco, you want to say anything? Closing statements?
Nah. Nah. Play BB tag.
Yeah,
It's
check
on
me
sale
out.
right now for $5 or whatever. I don't know. Just play it.
But last little thing I'll say before I'll let Sal close things out. Sal, I appreciate you having me on. I'll say this is very spur of the moment, but I did thoroughly enjoy this. This was a good time.
Hell yeah, it was a
I have
a fun one.
I was like, yeah, I have about fighting games a lot, but I really don't get to do it in more like an organized manner. It's like this is very fun, um, but that's enough fucking talking. Go ahead.
I was about to say, just support your locals. Always come through for your locals, no matter what. Especially if you play the game. Um, I want to thank all the people for being here, making this possible. Thanks for everyone listening. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. We'll be back next week. Peace.